Welcome back to one of my favorite podcasts, the Ghostrunners podcast.
Yeah.
If you guys are new around here, I, for a job, help Trey Kennedy with his videos. One of the ones that, did you know that, Brad?
I did. And you write some of the jokes too. Some people don't know that.
Yeah. So that leads me into, we shot a video this week and it was kind of nostalgic, kind of fun to look back at our childhood. The video was a premise that I came up with. So that's why I feel like I can talk about this on the podcast.
Sure,
you know,
sure.
like this
it's your baby.
It is my babe.
Yeah.
Of the week. There we go.
Oh, okay.
So this is my baby. And the video is called Childhood Lies. And so we were talking about a lot of things that you were told as a kid that like, you're going to need this.
Like
or
the
whatever.
Quicksand we've talked about.
Quicksand, which apparently is John Mulaney's bit. Don't freaking bring up quicksand. I was like, sorry, we both can't have the same observation. I don't listen to John Mulaney. But yeah, that was one of them.
Yeah.
Like every word problem back in the day. Like I feel like I'm going to need to know how to get out of quicksand.
Right.
Turns out that's not much of a thing.
Yeah.
So I want to throw a few at you.
Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah. One is, that was one of the ones we mentioned. It's like, I have no idea what's going to happen if I ever get audited, but I know the quadratic formula. Right. I still know the song. I know it so well.
Yeah.
Remember cursive being like,
oh, I love cursive still. I'm a cursive guy.
When are you writing cursive?
Every time.
What?
Every time. 100%.
Just when you write things?
Yeah.
Every time it's cursive?
Oh, dude, I love it.
How often are you writing things?
Every day.
I don't even own an ink pen.
What? Yes, you don't own an ink pen?
I promise you I don't own an ink pen. Why?
Really?
Why would I need to write stuff?
I don't know. Sometimes I like getting things on paper.
When do you write stuff?
Every day. When I'm working, I write, plans for different things.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Your job's kind of old school.
Yeah, exactly. Jesus did it, so.
Okay.
Okay, sorry.
Did Jesus write cursive?
Let's go back.
Okay, so for instance, cursive.
Yeah. You can just print it.
Thanks.
It's the same thing. It's easier to read.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Good.
Cursive?
That was so much better. Remember how much like people shoved milk down our throats? Like all the milk mustache, like Derek Jeter, Sean Johnson got milk. Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
And now like a strawberry has more calcium than milk. We've learned like, this actually isn't the best.
Is that true?
I don't know if it's a strawberry specifically. I think there is like a fruit that's like this actually has like an orange. I think might have more calcium than like, a lot of milk. Whatever. Anyway.
Milk's a fraud. Cows are worthless.
Stock down on cows.
Yeah. Chicken up.
Livestock down.
Nice.
Pun. But the main thing that I thought of this week was the stop, drop, and roll teaching that we got. Like, why do we all know stop, drop, and roll so much?
We were anticipating being on fire
a
lot more.
In fourth grade, it was like, now look, it's not if, it's when.
Right.
When are you going to be set ablaze?
Do not play with matches or else, you will get set on fire no matter what.
Yeah, I think it's phenomenal. Like, we don't know how to do all the most like basic stuff, but like I know. And is stop, drop, and roll even the best way to like not be on fire?
I've heard it's more jump, plank, and dive. Actually, right into the pool. I think this tight beat means that it's going down with some random thoughts and white meat too. Midwest best friends eating fast food on repeat. So come along, let's have some fun and go ahead, get on your feet, cause it's the Ghostrunners podcast. Every Monday morning we're taking back Ghostrunners podcast.
All right, it is Monday, episode May 31st.
108. And we are, if you've noticed, we're not live right now. Not recording live. Not with a live audience. Not at Reactor Designer Studios.
Yeah, but you guys are probably wondering, wow, what was the basketball game like? I bet you
it
guys
was
have all
so
sorts
crazy
of stories.
we can't even talk about it.
Yeah, it didn't happen.
Yet.
Not yet. This Thursday it's happening though.
Yes.
Probably. I don't want to say I promise. But if you didn't listen to the bonus podcast that I recorded in my car a couple days ago, frantically trying to, just get ahead of the news cycle, as they say.
Right. Yeah.
They postponed our game, which is a bummer because we told all of you guys for 4 weeks to come to our game.
And here we are.
And the main thing was like, we know that there were some people coming out of town.
Yeah.
I feel bad. Do you think they're still going to come? That's what Brad and I were texting each other. Do you think people are still going to come?
Like, no way. Surely they'll just stay home. Like they'll cancel their flights. No way. No way is anybody still coming. Not really. We didn't say that, but we said, what happens if people do still come?
And what happens is sometimes 3 dudes from Oregon drive anyway.
Let's go.
And they're right here in the basement with us right now.
The boys are here.
Boys, come on in. Come on in. Get in here.
Watch the back. Yeah, watch your back here.
We got the Oregon boys in the studio with us. They got in last night, or maybe like 2 nights ago. They drove all the way. How many hours straight did you guys drive?
About 28.
28. You might need to squat down. I don't know if the cameras can see it. Yeah, get in here. 28 straight hours all the way from Oregon. You guys are like 16, 17, and 18, right? No. But kind of, right? 1 year apart?
16, 17, 21.
Oh.
So, yeah.
Really?
Yep.
How do we not cover that?
Junior in college. Western Oregon.
Yeah.
Oh, West Side.
Yeah.
Okay, right on. Well, you guys are from Oregon, so we want to talk to you guys about some Oregon things.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Brad.
The first one, Jake mentioned it earlier. We were like, oh, by the way, isn't Oregon the place that you don't pump your own gas? And I hear that there's varying opinions on this. So I would like to hear some thoughts. Tell us what you think.
Yeah, so I guess Oregon's one of two states that can't pump your own gas. Sometimes it's nice, I guess. My parents like it because, they don't want to get out of their car when it's raining.
Right.
But also, there's like 8 cars at the gas station. There's one person pumping your gas.
Oh, really?
Places to be, and so it's pretty inconvenient.
Why do you think they don't let you pump your gas? Do you have any idea?
Because we're dumb.
Yeah.
Oregonians are just not being smart.
Yeah. Not sure why.
Well, my thing is like, it doesn't cost anything to have people pump your own gas. You don't tip.
You don't tip? Okay, I didn't know what the
No, they just come up and do it. So I'm like, why expend extra energy?
Yeah.
When they could just come up and do it for you.
Yeah.
It's all we've ever known. So
yeah. So and you said on the way here you had to learn.
I had to pump my own gas, and
I had to teach him how to pump.
Yeah,
really?
So
yeah,
it was great.
Step by
Which is
step.
obviously not that hard, but if you've never done it before,
I almost messed it up. So.
Really?
Is it? I've heard that it's like illegal to pump your own gas in like Oregon and New
unless it's
Jersey.
in rural areas.
So it's actually against the law. You can't get out of your car and pump it.
Yeah. Done it a couple times, but
Oh, bad boy.
yeah. One time, I'm pretty sure the gas station was closed. I was almost out of gas. Had like 8 miles left on the tank, and all the lights were off. But hey, it still worked. Still worked. Put in my card, $20.
Brad, would you want to pump your own gas or let someone pump it for you?
Well, okay. I like the idea. Now that I'm thinking about it, I like the idea of them pumping my gas. But then I had the thought, are you allowed to get out of your car, go into the convenience store, and come back while they're pumping?
Yeah.
Okay. Because that's
pretty nice.
Even if
you
it's
can just pay them and you walk inside, buy some drinks, and then you come out.
Okay.
It's done. You're ready
Food
to go.
also, or
Just drinks.
just drinks. Only just drinks. Okay. Yeah, I like the idea of that. Just because, what's it hurting people? You know, kind of like you're saying. You can do other things. But I often just put my tank or whatever nozzle in the gas tank and to go to the convenience store anyway. You get it.
I put my tank in the grocery. Hold on.
But you don't like people pumping your gas.
No, I guess it's nice every once in a while, but usually I'm in a rush or something. Getting gas is not convenient. So I just want to do it myself.
I would just be thinking I can do this way quicker on my own. Just let me do this. I'm competent.
I didn't think about the idea of it being, inefficient. Because there's only one person usually, or like
Sometimes there's a few, but most of the times when I'm running late to something, it's like it's always one person. And
Sometimes you're sitting there for like 5 minutes, like waiting, and that's the only inconvenient part.
Man, you guys have such a tough life.
Yeah.
Gosh, that's tough.
I know. I gotta leave my house 5 minutes earlier.
That's tough. Boys, I have a present for you.
Okay.
Also, I have some good news and some bad news. Okay. The good news is our old merch company gave us, they somehow overprinted us shirts, and they overprinted 3 shirts.
Holy
Not even kidding. I've just been sitting on 3 extra shirts for like a month now.
Seriously, he's been a little bit taller because he's been
just sitting right on top of them, and I haven't known what to do with them. And then you 3 guys are here, so I'm like, it only makes sense. So that's the good news.
Okay.
The bad news is one of the sizes. So we've got a large, a double XL, and a small.
Oh.
So I'm not going to tell you guys which size is which. I'm just going to let you choose which color, and then you can figure out if this is the right size for you or not. So, Christian, you can go first. Which color would you like? Here are the options, guys.
Maroon. Dark red.
This one?
Yeah.
That's the small.
Good.
You guys have a preference?
I'll take that one.
Okay, right on.
That's the double. What?
And then I think this is the large. So yeah, you guys all chose the wrong ones. Perfect.
Perfect.
So I don't know if Christian, maybe you want to go put that on and then come back and kind of show us how good it fits. That could be a fun little thing. 30 minutes into the YouTube video or something. But yeah, thank you guys for joining us, being here as a live studio audience.
Yeah.
And take some Comfort Colors merch. Take it back home to the Oregon gas attendants.
That's awesome. Well, thanks, boys.
Oregon boys, Eugene boys.
Yeah.
Do you guys have a name for your squadron? Gas boys.
Yep, the gas boys.
These guys are teaching me things. Teaching me about Rocket League and PUBG.
Christian Stock. He's taking the phone with him.
You taking the Jayhawk phone?
Cord stuck.
That's fine. Do whatever you need to do back there, man. I'm not gonna look.
Christian, I'm excited for how well that sweater is going to fit on you. Yeah, please
They're
try it on.
oversized a little bit, so
You guys can swap if you need to, but maybe not.
you could definitely squeeze into that bad boy.
But yeah, they weren't the only people who came and visited us this week. We had a family of 6 from Virginia.
Yeah, Lasky's. Shout out Lasky family.
Yeah, Sunshine State. Came all the way down.
Yeah.
They sent us a message. We're like, hey, we're going to be at this place this time for dinner. We'd love to see you guys. They said, great, we'll be the family of 6 all in Ghostrunners merch. And
was
that is
awesome.
exactly how they were.
That was the first time we'd ever seen anybody in our merch in real life. And it was really cool.
The new merch.
The new merch. You're right. The new merch.
Yeah. And it was kind of cool. They, a lot of their kids listen, like Malachi and
Lydia.
Lydia.
It was
It was
their
their
birthday. Yeah.
It starts with the other kid's name. U-Haul Vibe shirt. Let's call him Ishmael.
Ishmael.
Yeah, that wasn't his name.
Isaiah.
Isaiah.
Yeah.
Malachi and Isaiah had both left voice memos before.
That's right. Yeah.
And so it was cool to meet them. And
They were some of the first people that I realized, like, okay, there's kids listening to our podcast. We should probably be a little bit careful. Not that we say anything crazy, but okay, there's kids here. So
they thanked me for having a clean podcast. So I
Yeah.
feel like we're right on the sweet spot.
Good. Yeah, they were awesome.
They were there. And then Megan Carlson brought her entire family
Yes.
from Nebraska.
Shout out Frog King C7, their youngest boy who has a YouTube channel.
Yeah. Make sure to like and subscribe.
Yeah, his name's David. And we were like, hey, David, you got a YouTube channel? And he's like, yeah, I do. It's called Frog King C7. And then he like just whips out of nowhere this like sticker logo that he had. Like,
Yeah, it was pretty cool.
Yeah, I'm the Frog King. And then he just shows it to us real quick. And it was awesome. I think he's 13 years old.
I haven't checked out his channel. Is it mainly frog? Like, is it amphibious like content?
Yeah, it's the idea of like amphibians having a hierarchy of a monarchy of sorts.
King, queen, prince. Yeah.
No, he's got like something about chocolate chip banana muffins, like how to make those on there.
Oh, it's like a culinary
I
channel.
think it's just a little bit of everything.
Good.
Which I love. Just
Yeah,
a jack of all trades. So, but it was so cool. And then Jennifer Lindsay as well was there. And yeah, she was from Columbus, Ohio. Huge city, Columbus,
Bustling
Ohio.
city.
The volunteer state. And yeah, it was a lot of fun to hang out with all those people. So, and then the Oregon boys,
The Gas Boys.
the Gas boys.
Gas Boys came into town. So yeah, we've been hanging with people for the last day or so. And it was obviously a massive bummer that we put all this hype into the basketball game and then it got postponed. But
Yeah.
we're still going to do it this Thursday. Feel free to come.
Yeah, it's gonna be awesome.
Except the times have changed. The
8:30
times
and
they are
9:30.
changing. John
Yeah.
Denver.
Yeah.
Our games are at 8:30 and 9:30. Hyvee Arena.
Hyvee Arena. Yeah.
Same place, same Carlos, same Jake and Brad, same silky jumper from Brad is going to be there.
Hello. Yeah. It's gonna be great.
So yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun.
This was my first time. Last night was like the first time I'd ever like hung out with people that knew who I was. Like, celebrity's too strong of a word, but like had listened, like was a fan of me. And so Christian actually gave me a hard time because like when I was introducing everybody, I was like, "Hey, what's up? I'm Brad," and they were like saying, and Christian's like, "Wait, what's your name?"
Yeah.
You know, like, and I'm like,
Bob Vance, Fans Federation. What
What do
kind
you
of
want
work
me to say here? Okay, I didn't know what to say, Christian. So, no, but it was fun. It was really fun hanging out with them, and hopefully you guys have fun. Was it a fun time? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, you got a couple. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was fun talking to, I think I was talking to Rochelle last night, and I was telling some story about like my grandpa. She's like, "Oh, is that the same grandpa as like the horn at pickleball?" I was like, "Yeah."
It is. It's weird to
Yeah,
be like,
you know a lot about me.
all about me. Like I should just listen to your stories all day because, yeah, you've already listened to millions of hours of us. So, it was a lot of fun with them, and it makes me excited for next week as well. June 3rd on Hyvee Arena, 8:30, 9:30.
Booyah.
Booyah! So
It also
yeah.
kind of stuck when we found out the Swix. We found out that they were going to surprise us.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, we were going to surprise you and come down, and now we can't.
it was a genuine bummer. Tuesday is when we figured it out, right?
Yeah.
And I just screenshotted it and sent it to Jake, and I just go, dude, ...
Yeah. Then Isaac yelled at me, dude. Then Scott called me.
Scott called you.
Scott called me immediately. He's like,
I think
dude, have you
Scott took
seen-"
it harder than any of us.
He's like, what are they gonna do? And so I like talked to Scott for like a minute or two. I was like, all right, I'm gonna let you go. I think Brad's gonna be calling me any second. I mean, as soon as I hung up, you called me.
Really?
And so yeah, it felt like, yeah, I was.
What do we do here, man?
Like I was in the war room.
Yeah.
Like some like natural disaster just happened.
It's a genuine bummer. Obviously, we're gonna it's gonna still happen, but I just feel for the people that were planning on coming and can't come anymore. So if that is you, just know we are genuinely sorry. But there's nothing we can do about it.
Yeah, but you'll be fine.
Yeah. We're not that good at basketball, and we're not like that crazy different in real life than we are on the podcast. So don't, like, these guys, I think, kind of regret coming, I think, a little bit.
I can see it on their faces.
Yeah.
That they're like, how far is our drive home?
Like, oh boy.
I wonder if we could just fly and we could ship the car back. How much would that be?
Yeah, we could figure it
I
out.
just want to be home. Yeah, I can sense it.
Yeah, but
what'd you do this week, Brad? Tell me about it.
I did a few different things. Sunday night we had people over to grill with us. We're starting this thing in the summer. We're gonna try grill every week with friends, and so we grilled some shrimp, and that was pretty fun. I was hoping you were gonna come, so that was why I was like, I'll grill shrimp, and maybe Jake will be willing to come because it's not meat.
I was helping someone move.
The needy, yeah, literally the needy. They just needed you to.
They needed me.
Yeah. So that was fun. What else did I do? Oh, I played pickleball with our friend Aaron Bowling was in town last week. And so
Luke Hoagland's girlfriend's sister.
That's right. Luke Hoagland's girlfriend's sister. And she lives in Florida. And she was the one that, like you mentioned a couple of weeks ago, like talking about her alligator, like there was an alligator in her parking lot or whatever.
Yeah, she had a good Instagram story.
Yeah. And I was like, yeah, but like, is that scary? Like alligators don't run that fast, right? And everyone's like, no, they're pretty fast little things. And I
think they have like offensive lineman type, like they have like small burst.
Like you wouldn't think, they could get there, but they can get there.
But just like a 5-meter dash, like 100-meter dash, we're gonna be fine against an offensive lineman or an alligator.
Really? Is that true? I just said, alligators aren't that fast, and they said, no, they're pretty fast. So
I mean, I would trust a Florida person over me, so that's fine.
You haven't seen too many alligators in Missouri, but
no, not at a full sprint.
But one of my favorite things. So Erin also, she's a high school best friend of ours and of mine, and she also came to the game on Thursday night. Her and her parents, which was fun, just to have 3 people there.
Just a little sample of what's coming this Thursday, June 3rd.
June 3rd, Hyvee Arena, 8:30 at 9:30. Her mom talked to us, and she's a fan of the podcast, and like was just like, yeah, I love the segment or the story that Jake told about going running. And I thought that was so funny. Like that was so funny. And I just can't find the part where you talk about going running. And we're all like, I can barely even remember that part. And I think it was, we think it's like when you tried to run for like, 2 miles and you just struggled through it or something.
I think it was like a 2-minute story on a podcast a year and a half ago.
Right.
And she was like, what was that segment about you running? That was the best.
It just made me think like, I wonder if there's segments, obviously there's ones that we thought were pretty funny, but I wonder if there's segments out there. If you have one, let us know in a voice memo or a comment or something. But like, if there's a segment out there, or maybe the boys, if you can think of one,
like a random, like a deep track that's your favorite.
Like the story about Jake going running, we couldn't even remember, but yeah, it was really funny to them. So, yeah, that was fun. And then
so that's something that happened to me this week.
And then I went to trampoline park with Hattie. That was another thing.
Just you two?
My sister and her husband and son.
Oh, good.
So,
that way you have someone to double bounce you.
Yes. Not a fan of the double bounce, but Hattie didn't even want me to be on the same trampoline as her.
Whoa, hold on. You don't like being double bounced?
No, she doesn't like being double bounced by Big Daddy.
Oh, no, that makes
I would
sense.
love being double bounced.
I was going to say, okay.
I also love being the bouncer.
Yeah, it is fun.
Just skying people in the air. But anyway, it was fun. I don't really have any like crazy stories from it, but
how much it cost you? Was it glow night?
No, it was Friday morning. It's like a toddler, like younger kids can go then. It was $10 for both of us. So I think I was free technically.
What about socks?
We had our socks already.
Good for you
I didn't
guys.
have to pay for socks. She already has her socks. So it was great. $10.
Dang.
$10 for a whole morning. So
I wonder, do you think there's any like websites where I can find a toddler and that way I can bring them to Sky Zones? That way I get a discounted rate.
Yeah.
On
What is
jumping?
it called? Yeah, iBoughtTots.com.
I bought Tots.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
iBoughtTots.com or iTots, I think, is also another competitor of that.
It's
iTots.org though. Like that one's owned by the government.
If anyone knows, anyway, I can get my hands on small children.
I love the idea of you going out there.
Oh yeah, I'll have a one on each hand.
I don't know you.
I don't mind hanging out with them. I just want a discounted rate at Sky Zone.
You're playing dodgeball against like 3-year-olds, just mowing them down.
Oh yeah, like Billy Madison style. Yeah.
I did ask my brother-in-law. I was like, how many of Watsons do you think you could take out? Watson is his son's name.
Oh,
How many Watsons do you think you could take out in dodgeball? He's like, I don't know, 30. And I was like, 30. Aim higher, baby. Like unlimited.
Watson just reminded me. You found a new kid's name last night at Andy's.
Cyrus.
Yeah, you found the name Cyrus and you like it.
It's gonna be strong. Yeah, Bo and Cyrus together, gonna rule the world. Yeah,
But you're not on board with it being a female Cyrus. I think either way, your next kid is named Cyrus.
because female Cyrus makes me think of Miley, and I don't love it.
Okay,
I
Miley
don't-
Cyrus,
Correct.
Billy Ray's daughter.
Billy Ray's daughter.
Noah Cyrus's sister.
I think she's a girl. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. What do you guys think of Cyrus for a girl? You like it? Oh, we got one for yes. You like it for a girl? So it seems like maybe 2 girl, 1 boy. Okay. I mean, if the Oregon guys say it, then
Okay, all right then.
That's all we got. So, but yeah, it was a fun time. I don't know if I have too many more updates about my week. Yeah. What about you?
I've shared before that I believe on this podcast that I killed a spider in the shower.
Okay.
And it took a
Oh, yeah,
tremendous
yeah, yeah.
act of bravery because it's weird. Like I'm not necessarily scared of spiders, but when you're naked, you're scared of everything. At least I
Really?
am.
Yeah.
I don't know. Are you?
I don't get scared of soap when I'm naked.
We've never talked about how we feel when we're naked, actually.
Let's
Let's
do
get
it off
into
the
it.
pod.
Okay. So I had to kill a second spider naked about a week ago.
Okay.
And not even mention
In
on
the
the podcast.
shower or just in the driveway or
So I was sunbathing and Judy couldn't see me where I was at. At least that's what I thought.
Right.
No, I was in the shower again. And this one was more like this one was scarier. It seemed like it had a different demeanor about it. Like it seemed like
it was a little cocky.
It was a little bit. It walked in all smug and arrogant.
Here I come.
So that one was scary because I missed like the body wash. Like I missed it the first time it drops down. I grabbed a different like shampoo and then
Did you go top cap body wash, bottom cap body wash, or like flat like side body wash and just smush it up there?
Oh, I would never upward smush.
But that you get more surface area that way.
I did.
Yeah, use the candle.
This is body wash.
Mm-hmm.
Sideways 90 degrees. Hiya, hiya, hiya.
Oh, it's on this wall. I was thinking it was on the ceiling.
No. See, this is why it was scarier. I like we were very like it was eye level
Okay.
with my naked body.
Uh-huh.
Scary. All right, whatever. This is too many details. What I'm trying to say is 2 nights ago when I'm trying to fall asleep, I mean I am like in the bottom of the 9th. It is almost like my eyes are about to shut.
Yeah, Eric Gagne is there to close out the game.
Like you can go ahead and go to your car. Like it is
everyday
sleepy
Eddie.
time.
Yeah.
Here she comes. And then I feel something scurry up my back.
Nope.
All the way up my back. And
all the way up.
All the way up. And it was truly phenomenal. Like I need a Ring camera in my room just to see if you could have seen me spring out of that bed. Like my shirt was on and the lights were off, and both those things were different within a split second.
Really?
Like shirt was off and had thrown it across the room, and I had like all in one motion jumped out of bed and like hit the string.
Oh yeah,
that part was cool.
I
felt good about.
You felt like Jason Bourne.
Yeah, I did. That was a bummer that something is crawling on my back in the bed and that I couldn't find anymore.
See, I think I would have had a different reaction. I think I would have flung off the shirt and then used the shirt like I was whipping a towel. Like I wouldn't have even turned on anything. I would just take it off. You want me to show you? Okay. Ready? Oh, go like this. And just whipped it. Okay. Get off! Okay. That's how I would have done it.
Now I can see.
Is that
it.
how you would have done
Now
it?
I can see what you would have.
Like studio audience, you know? You gotta do things a little bit different, you know? Hey, Mom.
Is
that how you did it?
Different strokes for different folks.
Strokes, yeah.
I wanted to get my eyes on it, and you wanted to get,
everything else.
Your shirt on it, and get those lightning rods out. I'm looking at it.
What's up, YouTube?
My goodness.
Yeah.
Anyway.
So did you get it?
So I slept on the couch that night. I was terrified to go back into my bed. But I was telling Isaac that story the next day. I was like, dude, we got to like get some exterminator out here or Spider-Man or something to like get rid of this. Or no, wait, I didn't say Spider-Man because the next part of the story, he's like, why, what's up? I was like, dude, I was falling asleep last night and I felt something like crawl up my back. He's like, dude, we have mice? I'm like, no, there wasn't a mouse in my bed. Can you imagine?
Oh, but what if?
I mean, that would be awful.
Did you see the spider?
No.
So
felt spidery though.
Spidery though.
Felt
yeah.
spidery.
Oh man.
Which there is something interesting. Like a spider is like more dangerous than a mouse, but a mouse seems way scarier to be on my back in my bed.
Yeah, we've talked about how the mouse is still happening around our house, and Catherine is like, it's like debilitating to her. Like she's like, doesn't want to go in the kitchen anymore, which hurts Big Daddy a lot. You know, like, okay, what we gotta eat, and I'm not making it. I don't know how to take flour and sugar and make something out of it. She does.
Okay.
And you know, it just like I'm having to clean up more dishes. I don't like doing that. I'm just kidding. No, I'm fine with that, Catherine. But yeah, dude, it's just debilitating. Like I've become less scared of mice because of the effect that it's had on my family. Like, cause it's been like, I don't know how long now, 3 weeks since we've like intermittently, Catherine's still the only one that's seen the mouse. So I still give her a hard time. Like, are you sure?
We sure? You've seen a mouse before. Yeah.
But she keeps seeing it. And it just kills her every time. Like it just freaks her out so much. So now I'm to the point where I'm like, I'm not even scared of this mouse. I want to see this mouse and I want to take that bad boy down, take it all the way down. So I'm ready to do whatever it takes to take it out. We have like 10 traps out. I need to get the bucket trap back and just go for it. So
I think what I need to do, and maybe Catherine needs to do this too, is like, even though I don't like the idea of it, like having a mouse as a pet just for a little bit, just so I'm not afraid of them. Because like my last 3 houses I've lived in have all had mice. And then I find myself scared to like go in my home. Cause like that carriage house I lived in, every time when I would like turn on the lights, I would see them scurry away. And then I just hated going home.
Every time?
I mean, it was starting to be pretty regular.
Really?
Once it got to the winter time. Yeah.
Oh, that's too much.
And I hated going home. I hated going up the steps. I hated turning the lights on. You know, I just hated all these like different routines that every other human does.
I'm just imagining Catherine like listening to that right now and just freaking out. Like just like,
oh, it sucks.
Like squirming for you.
I mean, I lived above a garage. I was like asking for it.
Yeah. And that house was old. Yeah. And not like super well kept up.
They settled the house before America was settled. I think it was like a 1648 house.
No.
Yeah,
that's not true.
Like,
Wait, if you would have said like,
hold on.
If you would have said like 1890s, I might have believed you. Like it's an older house.
There's houses in Kansas City that old.
Yeah. But not 1600s.
Not really.
That doesn't work.
On that note, isn't Harvard like older than America? How's that work? Like Harvard and Yale? Like a couple of those colleges are like,
I don't know.
pre-Declaration of Independence.
Really?
Yeah. Riddle me that. Gas boys, how do we know? How does that work?
They're West Coast boys. They don't.
They're like Oregon's only been a state for a few years.
Yeah.
So we just got around to this.
Oregon's new. Yeah, I don't know how that works, but
anyway, I have spiders everywhere.
Do you ever like have phantom feelings around like
my phone vibrating all the time?
But ever like phantom spider feels?
Phantom spider feels. No, can't say that I do.
I have like little like weird like tingles every once in a while on my body. And I know they're not spiders. They're just like random tingles. You guys ever have random tingles?
All the time. Yep.
Actually though? They're not even listening. We can't even keep the live audience into it.
They're trying to get home. They're trying to get out of here.
I'm just kidding.
We're doing our homework on Yale and Harvard. Yeah.
Oh, they're looking up
yeah.
Yale and Harvard. Sure. Okay. Yeah, they're looking up Yale and Harvard. Have you ever felt like? Do you ever feel like there's a spider on you when there's not? Actually, though.
Tag your shirt.
Yes, or something like just like a little like. Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
Huh.
Thank you.
Can't say I felt that.
Well, anyway. Well, I'm glad that. Well, I'm not glad you didn't get the spider. We'll get the spider. It's like that season, isn't it? Isn't it summertime? It's like spider season.
Spider season.
Because I think in the wintertime it's too cold for him to live. Let's look that up.
Everyone look up a different thing. Yeah, what happens to bugs? Where do mosquitoes go in the winter?
I think they die. Or they hibernate. Either way, we're good.
I think they go south. They fly on geese backs.
Oh, that's what it is.
Which I don't think we're supposed to say geese backs anymore.
You're supposed to say geese bellies?
Yep.
Okay. Yep.
One thing, I don't have any jokes about this. I just want to talk about it with you as a friend.
Okay.
No more masks. How good does it feel? I don't know where everyone else in the country is at, but Kansas City just lifted their mask thing, and it's awesome.
Oh, it's awesome.
It's the best.
It's interesting. Some people are still putting them on, and I'm like,
even outdoors.
Yeah. What are you thinking about the fresh air that's going to get you? Going to nab you up? But yeah, I love it.
Isn't it interesting to think about like 2 years ago, like put yourself in a situation where it's like, hey, 2 years from now, the CDC is going to tell you to not do something and you're still going to do it anyway.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah. It's like, okay.
It's interesting.
But why would I do it? And it's like, well, because you're so conditioned to do it that you have to do it still. Catherine has a theory that some girls, and let me know if this is true, because I don't buy it.
Allergies.
I don't buy it. Some girls like it as a fashion statement.
Oh, that's not allergies.
There's no way. There's no way that masks are cute to people. Do you have a cute mask? Boys, you got a cute mask?
I have 3 Athleta masks.
No?
They're not bad.
Those things
But
are
it's
solid colors.
Yeah. No, I I mean, I hear a lot of girls complain pretty often about like what maskne, is a
Yeah, I
real
was gonna
thing, or
say-
like messes with their makeup. So I
Sure.
can't imagine unless they're like a natural woman.
Or does it take only half the time to do your makeup because you're wearing the mask? And
I've
maybe
heard that too.
Maybe I'm running late. I'll just put a mask on.
Trey said he was probably going to weed eat with his mask on for like allergy purposes. So that's like something. Yeah.
Interesting.
He's dying.
Really?
And I feel like my allergies get better. The older I get, the less my allergies affect me. I used to be a
Oh.
sneezy boy back in the day.
Really, I'm the opposite because I've never like felt allergies, and now it's like I think I have a cold, and then it keeps happening, and I'm like, maybe it's allergies.
You know what that is? It's Biden's America.
It is Biden
Yeah,
America.
he changed the pollen.
Goodness.
It's
Oh, he
different
did.
pollen. Yeah, it comes from
I was-
Wuhan.
That was one of his pollen policies.
Wuhan.
Wuhan. Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
It's one of his policies. You got to read the
Policies.
fine print when you vote, guys. It's in there. It's all in there.
Yeah, I know, but masks, it has been awesome. Like last night, I didn't even think twice about like we were all hanging out last night, Oklahoma Joe's Kansas City, eating barbecue, talking in line, didn't have masks on. I couldn't hear very well, but I could read their lips and it was great.
Yeah.
You
I
know?
bask in it when I'm like at Target, Walmart, even just ordering at Chipotle. I'm like, I can hear you. You can hear me. This is awesome.
Yeah.
Feels good. Freedom.
Freedom, baby. It's nice. What's Oregon? Oregon's still a little bit not really. Really,
They
the
love
mask.
it.
They love them. Have you heard of anybody that likes them for a fashion statement?
All the girls we know have like bought masks, but not like guys buy masks.
Really?
They look better with the mask on.
Some people think they look better with the mask on. Okay.
And some people do look better with their mask on.
Yeah. No, that's a real thing though. Like, we started going to this new church in October, and the whole time, like all the workers and everybody have masks on the whole time. And, whenever they lifted the mandate, none of the workers are wearing them anymore. And I'm not saying they looked worse, but they looked way different than I thought. And
I've
I had
only
like,
seen their eyes for 6 months.
I had a personal relationship with these people, and like, I just imagined like, oh, you can kind of fill in the blanks, complete the puzzle as far as like what their bottom of their face looks like. Not always true though, which is really interesting to me. Have you experienced that at all? Like you had a friendship with somebody that you literally always saw in a mask?
There's a couple like baristas at Messenger Coffee because
Okay.
Trey and I've started to go there
Uh-huh.
for a while, and I just saw one of them like go outside and start like sweeping, and I was like, that's what her face looks like?
Those are your
Huh.
teeth? Yeah.
Huh.
Whatever. Like
Those gangly things?
Yeah, that's the thing. It's not like necessarily a negative thing. It's just different than I was expecting it to be. Or like, you have a mustache?
I feel like I always
Yolanda?
assume they're more, yeah.
I was kidding.
Jessica,
Yeah.
I always assume they're going to be more attractive than they are,
Yeah.
which is a bummer that I just set myself up for failure. Guy or girl. I
Yeah.
just assume it's Bradley Cooper under there, and it's not.
Right,
It's
not
just
always.
Brad.
Yeah. Oh, come on.
Hey, just a generic name.
Just a different name. Come on. It's fine. It's fine. Okay.
Here's something. This episode is brought to you once again by Simply Fit Page.
Oh, SFP.
Yes.
Yeah.
You think sunscreen? No,
No,
that's
that's
SPF.
SPF.
This is
SFP.
SFP. Simply Fit Page. There's been a lot of you guys who've been following her on Instagram, and people have been signing up for the dance program. Dad?
Yes,
What?
son. Yes.
Brad has been grandfathered into the dance program. He has access whenever you feel comfortable.
Is that true?
Yeah.
For sure?
I mean,
SFP?
she'll get you the moves.
Okay.
Yeah. For the content. So,
Okay.
guys, if you haven't listened to our previous episodes, our last two, Simply Fit Page, she's good, one of my best friends from college, and she's like a health and fitness coach, and she wants to help you in your health and fitness journey, and she makes workouts fun, and she's actually doing a dance program right now that it's a 30-day dance program. Brad's going to show you what it looks like at some point. We're going to see that video. And
I showed him a little bit with the swatting
shirt.
of
There
the
was
spider.
a little rhythm in there.
Yeah.
The shoulders and hips were working.
Yeah.
Yeah, look good. So Paige has over 1,500 workouts you can stream from home or the gym. And she's passionate about helping women overcome negative mindsets. She does prizes, spirit weeks all the time. She makes it a lot of fun. So
1,500 workouts. I challenge whoever does 1,500 workouts. We would love to have you on the show after you do every single one of them.
yeah, show me what you look like without a mask on,
Yeah, exactly.
if you know what I mean.
If you know what I mean.
Just kidding. But yeah, if you follow Simply Fit Page, you are entered to win a $25 gift card to Starbucks. And then if you sign up for any of her programs, boom, $10 gift card to Starbucks instantaneously.
Right away.
On the line.
You can have your caramel macchiato and eat it too.
And dance it out.
Yeah.
So yeah,
That's awesome.
check her out on Instagram, instagram.com/SimplyFitPage. Link in bio, description if you want to get a little healthier and have fun in the process.
Love you, Paige.
Love you so much, Paige.
Yeah.
And your husband.
Come to our game.
June 3rd.
June 3rd.
It's at
Hyvee
8:30.
Arena, 8:30, 9:30.
Carlos will be there at 9:30. He'll be the small dude with the arm sleeve saying
Yeah.
the F word.
The first game we play is against a team called Quick and Thick. So get your signs ready for that right now.
Whatever you want to say.
Yeah, call them slow and thin.
Or that works
That
too.
works. Yeah.
Okay.
that's good.
Yeah.
I have a merch update for you.
Okay.
So first of all, the states that are in the lead right now, we got Texas. Texas still in the lead,
Okay.
but guess who's gaining on them? Local territories, Kansas and Missouri, right behind them.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's kind of exciting. Kansas really stepped up. They went from like number 7 to number 2.
Wow. Good for them.
So I actually misspoke last week. I think I said that we didn't have a sale from Vermont. Turns out I just don't know the states very well up in the Northeast. So it was Connecticut that we don't have a sale from.
Hey, VTCT. Those are close.
Yeah. That you just hover over them, and if they don't have a sale, it doesn't show anything. So,
always have to guess.
so I was like, I think that's Vermont. Vermont's bigger than you think. Vermont's got some girth to it.
Yeah, it's like New Hampshire, but the inverse. It's like a
yes.
yin yang thing.
Yes, New Hampshire's kind of big too. Connecticut, pretty small. But we did get new orders from Montana, New Mexico, Maine, and Vermont. Kind of new order from Vermont. So the 4 that we're missing now are Connecticut, Wyoming, South Dakota, Hawaii.
Okay.
So if we get those, we have them all. So if you're out there, if you're in Wyoming, maybe for a camp or something, you know somebody out there, like tell them to buy some merch, or just buy some merch and send it to Wyoming. Go ahead.
It's like, even though neither of us have seen the movies, I'm going to make the reference.
Perfect.
You know, once we get all 50 states, it'll be like we have the Infinity Stones. Does that make sense? Or
Divergent.
did I use
That's Divergent,
That's
right?
Divergent.
What is it?
I think that's the Avengers, the new Avengers movie. I think.
You've seen
right?
Endgame? You guys seen it? Yeah. Thanos?
Thanos?
Thanos and Iron Man? Iron Maiden? Iron Maiden.
Captain Americano.
Captain Captain Macchiato.
There's Hulk.
Who else is there? Isn't Spider-Man in that? Spider-Man, Peter Parker's? Who else is in there? Who else is part of the Avengers? Oh, Bat Penters? Bat Penter, Wakanda forever, right? Wakanda, right? Forever.
Wakanda.
Who else?
What's the green guy? I talked about him like a few weeks ago. I already forgot. What's his name? The
Green Lantern.
yeah.
The Green Lanterns?
Green Lantern?
The Green Lanterns? Yeah.
You know who loves those movies?
Janelle Vigneault.
Yeah, you know it. Yeah.
Gathered earlier today. I was talking because Janelle Vigneault is coming to our game on June 3rd at Hyvee Arena, 8:30, 9:30.
June 3rd.
And Catherine goes, yeah, what are you saying when you're saying that word? And I was like, we're saying Janelle Vigneault.
Yeah.
But she's like, yeah, I couldn't understand a word you were saying right there. So that's what we're saying. Anyway, Infinity Stones, what were we talking about?
I think that's like a reference they make. Like, isn't like Thanos trying to get all the stones or something?
Half the population.
Wow. So once we get all 50 states,
we get the Infinity Stones.
we get Infinity Stones go after population.
Perfect, dude.
Okay, perfect reference then. I'm glad I said it.
Oh, don't forget about Black Widows.
What?
Black
Like
Widows.
spiders?
Yeah, be careful in the night.
One thing I wanted to mention this week is just like, even though in the midst of all the things Tuesday that we had to announce, like, you know, put out this little podcast episode to let people know that, you know, we weren't having games or anything. And I put out that video. The comments of that video were just like, it made me just so like thankful for just like the community. Like, it's just so fun. Like
Yeah.
all the funny comments, like there were comments about like, it's just Biden's America. And all
Right.
the comments about like this being a graduation. I want to go try to
Or the
find some of them
prank,
right
like
now.
all the like the, yeah.
Yes, it was so
Yeah.
good.
Hype everyone else up for a game and then not actually do it prank. Yeah, there were some really good ones in there.
Yeah, delaying. This is me, JC said delaying the championship game prank. Someone said bless Biden. Someone else said Jenny Rutan said I don't buy it.
Yeah,
Like just all
classic.
We have so many inside jokes to be able to respond to when there's bad news.
Right. Yeah, that really helps, you know, soften the blow whenever we have inside jokes about it. Just find humor in the sadness.
Yeah, all merched up and nowhere to go.
I like that idea. Like just like people, you know, just sitting there in their Ghostrunners tees. Like, I guess this is what I was supposed to wear on Thursday, but here I am, not being able to come.
Graduation strikes again. If you played your game during it, people might actually enjoy being there.
Yeah, that was the one. Like, whenever I heard it was canceled for a graduation, literally the week after we talked about how much you dislike the ceremony of graduation, was just like, this is poetic, like beauty right here. This is poetic justice for, you know, just mocking graduations. It's like, we'll show you how important these graduations are.
Lissy Barber commented, "What a quinky dink."
Yeah, it was a big winky dink. Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly. Oh man. So yeah.
Radisson Jones says, "What about pickup basketball in the graduation parking lot prank?"
Whenever she said that, I was like, should we do that? Like I had like for a split second, I was like, maybe we should just play like some random park or something. But
Oh yeah. Okay. The last one I'll mention. Cole Ford said, just in asterisk, sad tomahawk chop noises.
that was my favorite one. I forgot about
imagining
that.
that. Just, I'm-
Yeah, like on the armchair, like in his living room, like like just sad
he
about
gets
it.
over and then he goes back.
Yeah, something crazy. So sorry guys, we really are. I can't express it enough how sorry we are for that, but
But we'll be fine this Thursday. It's gonna be awesome.
it is going to be awesome.
We are losing our athletic trainer. Kylie can't make it anymore,
We'll find somebody.
but we have other roles still filled. And if you have an athletic trainer in your life, tell them to come.
We have filled roles like King's Hawaiian or
We have filled roles. We're
Yeah.
cream cheese, any kind of
Sure,
spread,
sure
strawberry
Cinnamon
jam.
rolls. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Lot of
All the
filled
rolls. Oh yeah. It's going to be great. Okay. I have a challenge for us. So just recently, so obviously Master Down, vibes are up. I think we started that, right? Vibes are up.
That
We
was
did
us.
We started that.
That was
yeah.
you.
Vibes are up. So, but Lollapalooza's coming back.
Okay.
You know, Lollapalooza is a big music festival in Chicago, and they released their like banner or, you know, like this lineup
Oh
basically.
yeah, I saw people reposting that.
Did you?
Mhm.
Did they?
I was surprised at the very first one.
Foo Fighters?
Foo Fighters is number one, more than Post Malone. That is
Fighters-
shocking.
Yeah. Yeah. They're at least on the same level, but yeah, Post Malone seems like
He should be number one.
bigger in Spotify downloads for sure. You know, like
Spotify downloads.
Foo Fighters might be more iconic, like, you know, because they've been around for 15, 20 years. But yeah, Post Malone's like the guy these days. But okay, so maybe you've already looked at this, but I want to play a challenge with you called How Many Lines Can We Get Before Neither of Us Know One of the People on the Lines?
Oh, I'm not going to know any of these. But let's try it.
Yeah, I know. And then, so I have that. And then I also pulled it up from 2014 Lollapalooza lineup where that was the year that you graduated college. So like, cause I just think like I was pretty in the know musically and now I just don't keep up. So, okay. First line, we definitely know we got Foo Fighters, Post Malone, Tyler Creator, Miley Cyrus. Heard all those people.
Oh, Cyrus. That's a good name.
Cyrus for a girl, probably.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
A girl's last name.
Oh, you Cyrus? Yeah, I'm Cyrus.
Oh, yeah. Seriously.
Okay. So next line, DaBaby, Marshmello, Illenium. Heard of them?
Yeah, EDM. He's a DJ.
Okay. Journey, heard of him. Megan Thee Stallion, Roddy Ricch, rapper.
Yes.
Okay. Third line, this is where it's getting a little bit tough for me. Kaytranada. Y'all heard of him? Okay.
I'm going to guess like he's Spanish.
Yeah. Brockhampton,
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Playboy Cardi, heard of that person. Don't even know what gender.
It's a guy and a girl. The guy's Playboy, the girl's Cardi.
Seriously?
No.
Okay. Young Thug, Limp Bizkit, Modest Mouse, heard of them. Next line, Jack Harlow, heard of him.
He should be higher up, I
Dun,
feel
dun,
like.
dun,
Yeah.
dun, dun, dun. Polo G, Trippie Redd, Suicide Boys, Alice in Wonderland, Slander, Steve Aoki. Heard of Steve Aoki? He's a
Slander Steve? That's his name?
Slander. No, Slander. Steve Aoki is
It's
the
like
last
Slander
one.
Steve's awesome.
Yeah.
Whatever.
That's a good
that is.
band. Yeah.
I'm Slander Steve.
Hey, what's up, guys? We've been Slander Steve. Thank you very much for coming out. Okay, next line. We got Brittany Howard.
Nothing.
Band of Horses. You heard of them?
No.
Okay. Jimmy Eat World.
Yeah.
Okay. Dermot Kennedy, Young the Giant.
Oh, Dermot, not Dermot.
You're right. McDermott, Dermot.
I'm sure he should be higher too. Who do I need to talk to?
Young the Giant, Lauv.
Oh yeah, they should be higher too.
Maybe, hey, this is like a
Sorry,
very
I'm taking this out
diverse-
on you.
Yeah. Okay, next line. So we're still going good. Giveon,
Oh yeah.
Angels and Airwaves I've heard of.
I think he's on Justin Bieber's like new album. He's got a couple like features on there.
Oh, really?
I think.
Ian Dior, St. John, All Time Low. Heard
Sure.
of them. Mount Joy, Mark Rebellette. Next line. Whitney, Dominique Fike. Never heard of them. Surfaces, yes. They should be higher because I've heard of them. Chami, whatever. All these other people you probably never heard of. Jaws, Freddie Gibbs. Let's see, which line? I think this is a line where I lost.
Okay.
Kim Petras or
Nothing.
Petras. Yellow Claw,
Oh
maybe.
yeah, it's a DJ. It's a EDM.
Okay.
I think.
Subtronics,
Nothing.
Oliver Heldens, Cash,
Yeah.
Oliver Tree, Omar Apollo. Heard of any of those?
Yeah, I
people?
got two in there. Cash.
Okay, this one definitely don't know him. Ash, LP, Arizona.
Ash with an E at the end.
Yeah.
Yeah, Emily Duckworth's sister half sister, has written songs for Ash.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. You're doing better at this than I am.
I mean, I'm just getting like one out of
I
every
know, but
six.
that was kind of the game. Is like, how far can we get? Arizona Zervis, Tate McRae, Earth Gang, Rico Nasty, JPEG Mafia.
JPEG.
Heard of them?
No, just more bands should be like MP3,
Yeah.
GIF,
Yeah, I like it.
RAW,
VHS Mafia.
or VH. Yeah.
Jacob Banks. Okay, next one.
Wait, I didn't get any on that one.
Actually?
Yeah, so whatever line that is.
Okay, that was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 lines down.
Okay,
you
so
got,
let's
you
go-
got 7 lines.
Okay, so let's go to the 8th line in 2014. See if we know those.
Okay. So Lollapalooza 2014. First of all, they don't have nearly as many lines, but let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. I'm going to guess maybe you haven't heard of any of these people. Group Love, Churches, The Glitch Mob, Portugal the Man. Have you heard of Portugal the Man?
I've heard of Group Love, I think.
Have you?
I think
Okay.
so.
I've heard of Churches and Portugal the Man. But yeah,
Portugal the Man is a bad name, I think.
Portugal the Man.
Yeah,
Really?
I don't like it.
They were the ones that sang, I can feel it still. Dun, dun, dun. Dun, 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 dun.
Really?
Do you remember that one?
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, it's just funny to think about like I'm reading like all the names from 2014: Eminem, Outkast, Kings of Leon, Arctic Monkeys, Skrillex, Calvin Harris, Lord, Avett Brothers, Foster the People, Zed, Sebastian. Like I'm just like I know so many of these people, and on 2021s I don't know barely any of the Lollapaloozas. So play the game with your friends. See how far you get.
Well, I just thought of a new game. Now, I just Googled Coachella lineup, and I'm going to give you 2 options. One of them is a band, and one of them is something I made up.
Perfect.
And this is, well, it doesn't matter what year at Coachella. This is just, I think this is probably 2019 Coachella.
Okay.
So, all right, let me think of my fake one.
Can they play too?
Everyone, Gas Boys are in.
Gas Boys are in.
Brad Boys are in. Okay. Your 2 options here. Wagon Riders or Viagra Boys? What do you think? Which one's real?
Wagon Riders are fake? I think Wagon Riders are real. Viagra Boys seems...
That seems like a stretch.
But then, is it so ridiculous? Okay, my vote is Viagra Boys is fake. Same?
Viagra Boys is real.
Oh my God.
It's in there. It's in there. Got it.
Viagra Boys.
They're at the bottom, but
Okay.
they're in there. April 12th and 19th weekend.
They're up and comers. Hello.
Yeah.
That's a joke.
They're on the rise.
Yeah, they're on the rise.
They'll get up there.
Yeah.
That's probably good.
They're getting up on the stage soon enough.
Should have ended it before that one.
That was a good one. No?
Okay, that's been the game.
Excited to watch them perform. Okay, that's fun. Yeah, thanks for playing, guys.
Yeah, all the other ones there's a lot of inappropriate names. Hey, Gas Boys, none of you guys are allowed to go to Coachella, all right? There's a lot of inappropriate names in here. Okay.
That's on the
You
West
can't go.
Coast too, isn't it? Is that
It's like
California?
Palm Springs, I think, or somewhere around there.
See, that's one of those things where I don't know. That's California, right?
It's like the desert part of California.
Like you could say Palm Springs. I'm going to Florida and going to Palm Springs. I would believe you. Like it all sounds.
The word palm is tricky because then you have Palm Sunday.
That's also true.
And that's not in Florida.
And you just think that's just all over in springtime.
Sure.
Yeah. I did have some ideas though. Like for June, just starting the slate new for the states merch wise and seeing who could be the best state.
Okay.
So if anybody, and I thought if whatever state wins the month of June, like orders wise, because we're gonna have new designs and stuff. So
we go. What were you gonna say?
That's fun. That's way more. No, that's it. That's it. I was
Okay.
gonna say we just do a like exhaustive expository, like give fun facts about that state. But going there's way more fun.
Could be fun. Hopefully it's Kansas or Missouri.
Hopefully it's not Maine, but if it is, we'll do it.
That could be fun. We should probably talk about this more than just deciding that's what we're going to do. But I mean, 2 things. One, is it true we're going to release a new piece of merch every Monday from here on out for a while?
I think that's a good idea. Yeah.
Yeah.
And probably we're gonna take away some merch probably a week from when this airs. So if you're interested in certain things, get them while they're hot, because we're not gonna have 50 things up there probably. So, but yeah, every Monday I think will be a good idea to release one new thing.
Yeah.
But
So
then we
there's-
also have some Father's Day theme things.
Yeah.
Stuff like that. So
So there's probably new stuff on the website right now and probably on our Instagram story right now. Like the new item has been posted.
Yeah.
So, all right, month of June,
month of June.
buy for your state and we'll come.
Okay. Sure.
I got a pretty open June.
I have no idea what my June is, but we'll make it happen.
Okay.
I mean, these guys drove from
was gonna say,
Oregon.
what if it's Oregon?
We can make. I would love it for Oregon. We definitely hang out with these
That
guys.
actually would be pretty cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
Go recreate the Goonies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, fun game.
Yeah. Okay.
One last thing I want to mention, I want you to hold me accountable, Brad. Last week I think I went like Sky Zone, pickleball, basketball game, just a lot of atleticas all in a row.
Yeah.
And going into pickleball the night after Sky Zone, I was like, man, my knee's already hurt. I know this is going to hurt more. And so I took some painkiller, some ibuprofen before I played pickleball. This is the first time in my life I've ever taken like painkiller, like proactively rather than like, I have a headache, I should take something.
Oh yeah.
I've never done this before.
But you were feeling a little bit in your knees, right?
It was like, they feel fine to walk around, but I know once I start playing, it's going to start hurting.
Oh,
so I'm going to go ahead and just anticipate the pain, like Angela in The Office. And so I did that. About 30 minutes into it, it starts to kick in. I'm like, ooh, I am a loosey goose right now. I
Really?
felt like an octopus. I was just slippery and slimy and like in the best way. And so then the next night we have a basketball game. I'm popping some more ibuprofen. I'm like, this feels awesome. And then my next thought was, this is how people get addicted to opioids.
Yeah.
So I'm on the right track to do that. I need you to make sure that I don't do that.
Have you done it today? Have you taken any?
I've not.
Okay.
Unless did you grind up anything in my smoothie? Because there's some chunks.
Define opioids. No, I did not. Don't worry about it. Okay, that's good though. I will.
But
keep
it
you
is
on the right
fun.
track.
It's a good time.
Drugs are fun, guys.
Drugs are fun. Over the counter.
Yeah, OTC.
I also learned last week for the first time ever that like, this is probably pretty dumb to admit, like I just now figured it out. But I've always wondered, like, I take one Tylenol. How does it know it's for a headache and not back pain? How does it know to go to my head and not my back? Or like, but this time it goes to my knee.
Yeah.
Have you ever found yourself wondering that?
No, but I don't think it's like the most ridiculous thought in the world.
Oh, okay, yeah. I just, for my entire life, I'm like, how does it know where I'm hurting? Like, how is this pill so technologically advanced?
Well, does it not just like go everywhere and the body then reacts like if it needs it? I don't
so you
know
don't
how it
know
works.
either.
No,
Okay,
I don't know.
let me educate
You
you.
guys know? Yeah.
So,
Oh, you know.
It makes total sense now. That's why I feel dumb. Like, oh, it's so stupid.
Did you look it up?
No, Scott and I were talking about it.
Okay. Scott's in pharmaceutical sales, I think.
Yes,
Yeah.
and his wife is a nurse.
That's right.
It just blocks the pain, like sensory spot in your brain, which
Really?
makes way more sense. Rather than like, this pill doesn't need to go to my kneecap.
So you're okay.
You know, so
you're still like your body's still in pain, quote unquote.
yeah, it just blocks your brain from
You just don't realize
feeling it. Yeah,
Oh, interesting.
yeah.
Huh. That makes sense.
Yeah, it makes total sense.
Yeah.
Like, why I should have thought of this more.
No, I had no idea though.
Yeah.
I was just like, yeah, the
just
body's
knows.
smart. Like God's a great creator, so he's just like, boom, let's figure this out. Oh, okay. Wow.
So there's something, you guys.
Okay. Great.
That's how pain meds work. You got any more games or anything? Should we get some voice memos?
I do have one more segment I'd like to do if you
Let's do
if
it.
you want to.
Yeah.
I have some music to play for it.
Oh, that's right. That's
Yeah.
right. That's right. That's right.
I
That's right.
texted Jake about this earlier. We have a new segment called Story Time with Jake.
Forward by Brad Ellis.
Forward by Brad Ellis. You know Jake, I know Jake, but we do not always know everything about Jake. I scream, you scream, Jake screams for a fun story. Jake has alluded to it many times, but we've never known all the details about his amazing voyage to American Idol fame. Let's hear about it now. This is Storytime with Jake.
Thank you, Gas Boys, for the snaps.
Snap boys.
Snappy Gas Boys. Brad, that was a beautiful forward. Thank you so much.
Just like June 3rd, beautiful forward right here, Big Daddy, baby. Give me down the post, quick and thick.
I think you guys will be shocked at how little you see Brad down on
That's
the post.
right.
But hey, maybe
Maybe.
if Carlos is talking
If it's
smack,
needed,
yeah, you back
you know?
it up. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so American Idol. The year is 2011.
Okay.
And this is a pivotal time in my life. I feel like when I look back at this, I'm like, wow, this is like a moment where this is like the first example of me maybe doing something non-traditional in my life, not taking the typical route or just not doing, you know, kind of the cookie cutter like
Sure.
route. Like, you know, you get an internship once you're in college and
Right.
then you get like a
Yeah.
whatever. And so this was me and my friends being like, hey, it would be fun to get on TV. We should try it. And American Idol
Let's
was
do it.
like, you know, it was popping back then. Simon Cowell was like the biggest celebrity, you know, Ryan Seacrest,
Oh, yeah.
all that. And that was also when American Idol would put on like they don't do it anymore, but they would put on bad people, which is kind of funny to think back on. They were just like,
They don't do it
let's
anymore?
all make fun of this person. No, they stopped doing that.
I loved it. Yeah, that was the best part. Like the first like 5 days was the best part of American Idol.
Because when people were like, no, I'm a good singer. Like, let me sing another one. And then they would just be so bad. It was like, Fox was just like, let's just all as a country make fun of this person, right? This will be good.
Oh, yeah.
And it was good.
It united the country.
Yeah. Things are better back then. Look at gas prices.
Yeah.
Look at Chick-fil-A sauce.
Exactly.
We had plenty of it. So it seemed like, and they would put on people in costumes sometimes too. They would like acknowledge like, look, it's like Dorothy and the lion or something.
Yeah.
And so we decided we wanted to do that. We wanted to dress up in costume and try to get on TV. So we dressed up as the Fruit of the Loom characters. We thought that would be a good costume set that's like easy recognizable, doesn't alienate anyone who maybe hasn't seen all the movie, the movie characters, something
Even
like that.
if you're a Haynes guy, you'll support Fruit of the Loom.
I would think so.
We think.
That's
Michael
what we thought.
Jordan was on the fence, but
We're like, if he's a judge, he may not like it.
But he wasn't a judge, right?
He wasn't. He ended up not coming.
Okay.
So he had other stuff. So we dressed up and it was cool. We were so like ready to go. We loaded up my like 2001 white, pearl white Buick Century. It was named Nana because you're the only, everyone else driving was a grandma. And so we waited. The UPS truck came into my driveway, dropped off the packages, the Amazon like fruit packages. We loaded them in my car and followed the UPS truck out. We were so ready to go. We drove 27 hours. Gas Boys drove 28, so they barely beat me.
Conveniently drove 1 more hour, yeah.
We drove 27 hours straight to San Diego. That was also the trip I lost my iPod Touch on. I'm just now remembering that. Somewhere in a gas station.
That's a bummer.
I know.
Oh, man. I'm sorry.
And I never got an iPod Touch since then.
It's okay.
Didn't need to. Yeah,
you got an iPhone now. They're like iPod Touches, but they have phone capabilities.
Oh, dang. That's a good point.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You're a tech guy.
I am. What can I say?
Tech guy.
I know a few things about jibs.
So
you'll see later in the story. Yeah. I'm going to look so smart later.
Gas Boys get it. Okay, let's move on.
They don't.
So
Parker's like, I don't get it.
We go all the way to St. Diego because we wanted to audition in St. Louis, but it didn't work out. So let's just go to San Diego. That'll be a fun trip. Similar to Oregon Boy's parents, I was very shocked that my parents let me do this. But like, well, I mean, I guess you're an adult now. Like you can go to San Diego.
Summertime? When is this?
Yep, summertime.
Okay.
So it was like in between staff training at Kanakuk and like going back to work second session at Kanakuk. So
okay.
Mark me down for June.
Okay.
Late June, probably.
Sure.
If that helps. And so we drive all the way there.
Who's with you at this?
Oh, yeah. Both times I've had to tell a story. I forgot that part. So wasn't recording earlier. So it was my best friend from high school, Casey Cornelius.
Mm-hmm.
It is our other friend named Will Lee, not to be confused with Willie.
Willie?
That's what his parents named him?
Wait, what's your name? It's not Willie. Is it?
Really? Okay.
Willie? Okay. All right, Willie.
Willie then. Got it.
No, seriously, it's Willie. Really, it's serious.
Oh.
I'm serious.
Oh, look. He just got a shower. He's a wild Willie. It was dumb.
I like it. No, that's good. That's good.
Okay. And
whoa. Hey, did you hear that Will's not in jail anymore? Oh, seriously? He's a free Willie? Your turn.
Line? Any of the audience got one for us?
Hey, do you know who's coming tonight? I don't know who's coming to our game on June 3rd. I believe Willie may.
Willie Mays. Amazing from last week. What was his name? Amaxi.
Amy.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Amazing Grace. Whatever. Whew. Off topic. And then also Brandon came.
Brandon.
No puns with his name.
Nope.
So we all drive. It's a lot of fun. And on our way there is when we decide to come up with our song, what we're going to perform. It was fun because American Idol is very strict. It's like, hey, when you perform, it needs to be one person, no groups, no duos, no guitar accompaniment, just you. We want to hear you and your voice. Mm-hmm. And so we were like, well, we're just going to audition as the four of us because this whole thing's a joke anyway. Who cares? And so Casey and I wrote this song / rap where it's like, now Casey, he sang in his college a cappella group at Missouri State. Very talented singer. The other three of us are not good singers. You're probably thinking, really? No, still not a good singer.
Seriously, not even Willie.
And so we would kind of rap and like beatbox and dance at the beginning of it, and then Casey would sing the chorus. And so we wrote that song on the way there. It was really fun. I'm also remembering now the entire time through Arizona, Casey and I were the only ones awake, and we memorized the Busta Rhymes part of that song. Look at Me Now. Remember that song? Also 2011. This dates it.
Oh yeah.
Chris Brown had the chorus. Look at me now. Whatever. And then Busta Rhymes part was like the.
Wait, I'm thinking of a different Look at Me Now.
Am I?
When it's like, I don't see you can get it inside the clip.
Yeah, yeah.
You can't even get in.
I'm getting paper.
That's Chris Brown.
Look at me now. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
That's
yeah,
Chris
yeah.
Brown.
Okay.
And then the chorus is Busta Rhymes where he like sets the right curve for like most words or whatever.
Oh, okay.
So that anyway, just random memory. We like memorized that.
That's
I don't
fun.
think I have it memorized anymore. So we get there and our song is a parody to E.T. by Katy Perry.
Mm-hmm.
Kiss me, kiss me.
Yeah.
What are you? Oh, you're doing the ET thing with your hands.
Yeah.
I'm like, what are you doing? The Viagra Boys right now? What are you doing with your fingers right now?
Yeah.
Reese's Pieces. So, and it was kind of fun. It was like, pick me because I'm a fruit. So it's like wordplay, but also pick me to go to the next round. It was good.
Okay.
I told myself I would never forget that song, and I've definitely forgot it. I don't know any of the words anymore, but I remember that was the premise. So we get to.
It'll come back if you learned it again.
If I get with Wheelie.
Yeah.
I'm not even saying his name close to what it is anymore. Yeah, with the boys. So
Yeah.
we show up. The audition is at Petco Park, where the Padres play.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yes, Padres, the
fun.
baseball team, not like the Hispanic fathers.
Yeah, they don't
It's
play
where
there.
like the Madres and the Padres will play at the park. So it's an actual park, or it's a baseball park.
Yeah.
Got it.
Got it.
We show up, Petco.
That's fun.
And there's like 15,000 people in the street. This is like when on, let's say on TV, you would typically see like a jib shot, Brad.
Yeah, I know technology. I'm a big tech guy.
They would show like, look at all these people. We accidentally, like just out of ignorance, show up at the front of that line rather than going to the end of it. I mean, completely on accident.
Yeah.
But as soon as we get there, there's like a guy on a ladder with a megaphone who's like, oh, what's up, fruit guys? Hey, let's have you guys be front and center.
No
I mean,
way.
our first second there, it was like such a good omen of like,
And all these people have been like camping out.
yes.
And they're like, oh, the
What-
fruit guys
the
get right
fruity
in the front.
boys.
Yeah.
yeah, come on. And I mean, we had just gotten there. And so it was just like such
And
a
it's
good
California.
sign.
You're not supposed to say fruit guys there. Like,
At the
it's
time,
pretty offensive.
it was fine,
Yeah.
but I regret it now.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, we just got like straight to the front. And then for probably the next like 10 to 15 minutes, they're just like doing promotional stuff with us, which is really fun. So like, all right, let's have you guys run through the crowd high-fiving, and then we'll do like a big like shot like with the drone and going up afterwards.
Like, yeah.
I mean, the first 10
Like the
minutes.
drone's going to follow you through the crowd.
And they would have us like in front of the American Idol sign, and like, because we had like the fruit of the loom it's an apple, a leaf, green grapes, and purple grapes. So
A
they
leaf?
had, I know, but you look it up. Those
Really?
are the members.
Okay.
No one remembers the bassist.
Who was
It's
the
one
leaf?
of- Wheelie.
Really? Yeah. He took one for the team. He's like, I'll be the leaf.
He was the youngest, so I'll be the leaf.
Yeah. Oh, man.
Which it really fits his personality. It's like, yeah, he
Really?
would be a leaf.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's nice.
He will. He will.
So Will Leaf.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so I just remembered, I think that was his Instagram name after the trip. He changed it to Will.Leaf. So we're in front of this American Idol sign, and they would have us say like, welcome to American Idol season 10, it's grape. And then like they would like do a camera shot. So we're just doing all sorts of like cheesy stuff like that. And we're like, this is awesome. And they're like, all right, guys, that's good. That's a wrap on that. It's time to go inside the stadium. It's like, this is awesome. We're in the front row.
You're feeling it.
And so, of course, all these people have now seen us.
Yeah.
Once we get to the stadium, the next like 6 to 8 hours, because it takes forever to audition. I mean, it is it's a full day.
Even if you're in the front row, or did you have to go back?
It's
to the
like
back at that point?
you get like a number, and then you just
Okay.
wait for your number to be called, kind of
Okay.
thing. So
That makes more sense than having everyone stay in a line.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's kind of like you sit in sections at Petco Park, and then they call your section. So it's like, all right, 107, come down and audition.
Do you feel like they kind of profiled you and gave you a number, or do you think it was like they
I
just
think it was
gave
like
you the next number?
pre-assigned.
Okay.
Yeah, because we were there like all day.
Okay.
And so, but that 6 to 8 hours, everyone is like documenting their American Idol experience. This is before like vlogging, but it was big on like everyone has like a
iPod Touch
if they didn't leave it at the gas station.
Yeah.
Or they're blogging, or they have like a flip camera because people are like documenting it. It was
Oh
just fun.
yeah, was that what it was called, the flip camera?
Flip camera,
Yeah,
yeah.
back in the day.
Or even just like a candid power shot. I think you saw a lot of those.
Sure. Yeah.
And so everyone just wanted, this is my first time in my life ever taking pictures with people. And it was for nothing. I'm like, I bought a $35 costume on Amazon, and now you want a picture with me?
Yeah.
Like I had to earn nothing to do this.
Sure.
And so about 1 every 10 people didn't want a picture. Like, so you guys performing today? I'm like, yeah, can we show you? Because we haven't like actually practiced
Yeah,
it. We
you
just
need
wrote it
to
in the car.
practice, yeah.
We need this. And so that was also a cool part of my life where like my entire life had been like sports, like no theater, no like performing, just like,
Yeah.
And it was just like, this is fun to like have something that I get to perform, and people are like, wow, that was good, guys,
Right,
or whatever.
right.
So that was kind of fun.
Yeah.
And so we did that all day, and it was
Like
just
you're
fun.
getting pumped up by everybody around.
People are hyping us up like
Yeah.
crazy. I mean, people are like, you guys are great. Here, I got you guys some hot dogs. Here, take some hot dogs, guys.
Hey, hot dog, this is great.
This is Saint Diego. This is awesome. So just super fun day. We met all these just like amazing people,
Mhm.
and we finally go down to audition, and you go down like under these tents, and what happens is like normally people will come out of the tent, and then if you didn't make it, you just kind of go out through like the left field like fence.
Yeah, the walk of shame over there.
Yeah, because you are already in left field. And but if you
funny.
do get a golden ticket, then you get to go out the right field foul pole. So you get to walk way further, which is fun.
Yeah.
So we do our thing. We audition. The judge, which it's it's obviously not the real judges yet because there's 15,000 people.
Oh, okay. That
Actually,
makes sense.
yeah.
I didn't realize that. Yeah.
So it's just like random producers and casting directors, whatever.
Okay.
And so this guy in the middle of our audition pulls out his phone and starts recording us. Like, this is probably a good time.
Yeah, right.
And he's like, all right, guys, that was awesome. Like, this is like obviously the kind of stuff we want to see on TV. And so y'all just got 4 golden tickets. You're through to the next round. And so we come out from under that tent holding our golden tickets, and the place erupted. Because I mean, half the people taking a picture with us at that point.
Yeah.
They've been rooting
You were
for
like
us.
friends kind of at that
We
point.
were the only people in costume. So it wasn't like, I mean, we were the only like weird people there. And so they were just like, they
No
loved us.
way.
And then like, instead of walking along the warning track, we just sprinted through the field. It's like straight through the field to the right field foul pole. And like having like a Petco Park, people like applauding for you while you're like cheering. It was pretty sweet.
That's awesome.
Like I just finished my high school baseball season like a year ago.
Right.
It still feels pretty cool.
Yeah.
So that was really fun.
Were you grape? That's my guess. For you.
I was the apple.
You were? Good for you.
Thanks.
Yeah.
So that was really fun. I mean, everything this whole day is just like, this is nuts. Like,
Right.
this is so easy.
Yeah.
I
They just straight
I
up
have
gave
no
you the golden
singing
ticket.
ability. Yeah.
So you didn't even see the judges,
No.
the quote unquote actual judges. Yeah.
Nope. Just some guy in a tent in left field.
Okay.
And so,
It's coming way out of left field, but I'll take it. You know?
but I'll take the golden ticket.
Yeah.
And so that happens. And they're like, all right, you guys are going to come back in 2 days for the second and potentially third round. We're like, okay, great. We'll just like chill. I forgot where we were staying. Oh, my dad's best friend from high school, Paul. We stayed with Paul.
That's Paul for you.
He let us borrow his, it was a Lumina was his car?
Yeah, Chevy Lumina.
Chevy Lumina.
Okay.
Fruit of the Lumina.
Oh,
Come on. This is perfect.
Did you guys drive in the costumes?
Yeah. We thought it'd be fun to just like roll up in the costume.
That's awesome.
And so we come back 2 days later, and this is like, it's going to sound almost like a little like made up, but I can remember this so clearly. So it's, gosh, I'm nervous we're not recording again. All right, we're still recording. We're good. So they've narrowed it down from 15,000 to 200 or 250 or so. I mean, like almost no one got through.
Wow.
And they take us to like the bottom floor of this hotel room, like kind of just whatever conference meeting room. We're going to audition in front of like more producers, still not the actual judges. There is a young man sitting outside of like this conference room. I don't know if he is about to go or if he just got done, but he is literally breathing into a brown paper bag.
Yeah. Just freaking people out. Like,
yeah. And we're like, oh my gosh. Like he is so terrified.
right. Because this could be his big break probably is what he's thinking. And then you're like consoling him like, hey man, it's going to be okay.
I was nervous when I first put on the apple costume. Is it too big? Is it too small? I think I'm a tomato.
Right,
I
right.
get it.
Yeah.
And so no joke. So he is hyperventilating. I'm the fourth one in walking through the door. I haven't even gotten in the door yet. And Casey turns around and he's already walking back. And he's like, they said we're good. They said we're good. I'm like, what? And I don't believe him. So I keep walking in. And he's like, no, you guys are good. We heard about you guys. You guys are through to the next round. This poor guy's about to like go to the hospital because he's breathing so hard. And we just got through to the next round just like for having no talent.
Oh my gosh.
So it was like, great. And they're like, the third round is going to be later this afternoon. So just hang out or whatever. So then the third round is, so that poor guy, I don't know what happened to him. That kind of stunk. So we're kind of in this holding room, which is fun because at this point they narrowed it down to about 100. Okay. And at this point, everyone is a good singer. Like everyone's very good or they're in a costume like us. And so it's fun. Like we try to meet everyone because like, hey, the next like Kelly Clarkson's in the room.
Sure.
Like let's meet her.
Sure. Yeah. Ruben Studdard.
And so I met really the only person I still stay in touch with, Ali Shields.
Okay.
Still, they say one of my coolest friends. Like she wrote Ellen DeGeneres a song and then like Ellen loved it. And so Ellen just brought her on the show. I was like, I love the song you wrote for me and just put on YouTube.
Really?
And then during the interview, like she got to sit on the couch with Ellen. During the interview, she found out that Ali had never been kissed. And so Ellen brought Ali back to do like this promo event, like some like Grammys or something. Like Ali was like on the red carpet, like doing things with Ellen. And it was this whole never been kissed thing. So Ali's first kiss was with Usher on the red carpet, like at the Grammys.
That's amazing.
So she's the coolest. And she still did like music stuff. So she's the bomb. But that was fun. So third round is kind of like, now we're auditioning for the executive producers, which there were some people who was like, this is a big deal because Nigel, I don't know Nigel. I think he was like executive producer of that and America's Next Best Dance Crew. Or like a judge.
He was on the credits usually, Nigel.
Yeah, I think he's a big deal on reality TV. I just didn't know him. Whatever. He was a judge. And same thing of just like, guys, this is awesome. This is the kind of stuff we want to see on TV. Like,
but you performed that time.
Yeah, this time we actually had to perform, but it went great.
Yeah.
They're like, this is the kind of stuff we want to see on TV. You're through to the celebrity judges round. We're like, no way, we did it. So we're in the top 50 out of 15,000.
Right.
Just us 50. And they're like, we don't know when that's going to be. It'll be sometime this fall. So just check your email and we'll let you know.
Oh, really?
And so we're like, all right, I guess we'll just go back to our lives and wait on an email.
Okay.
So we leave that room, and then several people, like American Idol cameramen, like snagged us, like, hey, we want to like get some good stuff out of you guys while you're still in San Diego. And so they went and did a number of things. Ford is one of the big sponsors of American Idol. And so we filmed a commercial in like a brand new Ford Mustang. Like we all piled in our costumes, did like a clown car thing, and like filmed a commercial.
Wow.
I can't believe you don't know the story
No,
about
I
me.
haven't heard any of this.
I've always just like glanced over, like, you know, the American Idol thing.
Yeah,
Whatever.
kind of. Yeah, pretty much.
And so we formed a Ford Mustang commercial. Then we went and filmed a music video of our song, like our original or, you know, parody song.
Yeah.
They took us like several different locations in San Diego. Like we'd be like frolicking around on the beach, or like I was like hanging from an apple
Like a
tree.
whole day, like-
yeah, filming like a music video. So we did all this stuff. Like, this is crazy.
Hanging
We're
from
going
an
to
apple
be
tree.
celebrities. Like
Yeah.
we're going to get on Ellen.
Right.
Because you're like, she's going to love this.
Yeah.
And whatever. That was like weirdly our goal. And so, we're just thinking like, we're going to wait till
Yeah.
this comes out. Like they were filming commercials, music videos. Like we might be like the centerpiece of this episode.
Yeah, right.
Like they want to use us so much. Like, and so of course we go back home. We've signed all these NDAs and all these like exclusivity, but we tell everybody.
Yeah.
We tell everyone, you're not going to believe this. Like
Right.
we're famous basically. We're
Yeah.
famous in San Diego.
We are the apple of their eye.
Exactly. And this is coming out of left field too.
Yeah.
I hear you. And so we go back, and I pretty much like a week later, I go to Kanakuk and I'm telling all them like, what have you been up to since I saw you? I'm like,
You wouldn't believe
you
it.
got 15 minutes?
Yeah.
Maybe 25 if I don't
Right.
record, if I don't press record for the first 10. And so that's really fun. I just hadn't heard anything all summer, go back to college, and then get an email in like October. It's like, it's in 2 weekends. Hope you guys can make it. So it's like, we just booked some flights.
Of course we can. Yeah.
Yeah. And that was a cool email to get to send to like my professor. It's like, hey, I'm not going to be able to make it.
Yeah.
I'm going to be.
Yeah. I'm
With
going to be
Ryan
on American
Seacrest.
Idol. I'm sure you've heard of it a few times. Yeah.
Yeah. So we fly out to San Diego, and it was just so fun. It was just, we got to.
There's only 50 people at
only
that point?
50. Yeah.
Wow.
They narrowed it down to. So we got to know all those people and got to audition for the celebrity judges. So it was the year right after Simon. He had quit right before that, which is a
Okay.
bummer.
So who was it?
Randy Jackson was still there. Jennifer Lopez was her first year, and
Okay.
also Steven Tyler's first year.
Okay.
So those three were our judges. But we got the most amount of time with Ryan Seacrest.
Really?
Like really got to kick it with him like a lot before, a lot after. And
Okay.
he like, obviously
Genuine
you can't
guy?
tell, but yeah, he seemed like he's probably one of my favorite like celebrities that I've met
Cool.
and got to hang out with. He seemed
Cool.
decently normal, and a lot of makeup, but hey, that's showbiz,
That's
baby.
it. Yeah.
That's showbiz.
Did they give you any makeup?
No
Okay.
makeup for me.
They're like, you guys are good.
You'll be fine.
You're
no one's gonna
comfortable
look
in
that
your own
close.
skin, Apple. Yeah.
So yeah, it was fun. He's a short guy though.
Okay.
Short guy.
That's okay.
But it's fine.
That's no problem.
No problem.
Yeah.
So that audition goes well. It was kind of cool to see J-Lo in person, to be honest. Like, even if you didn't know celebrity culture, I think you could look at a person like Jennifer Lopez and be like, you've got to be famous.
Yeah,
Like,
there's
you just,
something different about you.
seriously.
She kind of glowed.
Literally.
She glue. Yeah.
She was the glue that
Yeah.
held us all together.
Okay.
It was kind of like that. Like when girls would compliment other girls, like, girl, you are glowing. I'm
Yeah.
like, is she? Or
Yeah.
she just put on a lot of makeup today?
Right.
J-Lo glows
Really?
in person.
Yeah.
And some of my friends at college had bet me that I would not ask Jennifer Lopez for a kiss.
Okay.
And so I was like, no, I will. I
Yeah.
will. I don't get starstruck. I will. Got a little starstruck
Did
for
you?
J-Lo. A little bit. I'm
Yeah.
just like, you are very nice
Yeah. Yeah.
to look at.
Yeah. You're very pretty.
Yeah, very pretty. Very gorgeous. And so we do our whole first song, and we wanted to try and be obnoxious. Like we know we're not going to Hollywood. Like this is the end of the road for us. So like let's soak in all the time we have.
Yeah.
It's so we tried to be those annoying people who were like, okay, no, can I just sing one more? That one wasn't good. And so we wrote a second song.
Okay.
I forget what it was to. I think instead of All of the Lights, Kanye West, also 2011.
Yeah.
Gotta Be Ripe.
Okay.
Whatever. I wrote it while I was at camp, which is fun.
That's fun.
So we do that. And then at that point, it's starting to get not super awkward, but a little bit like, all right, guys.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
That's it. That's
sure,
your time.
Sure.
And I'm starting to get a little nervous. Like one, I was nervous to ask anyway. And now they're like, all right, guys, seriously, like you've sang 2 songs. Like get out
Yeah.
here. I'm like, should I ask? This is probably my only chance to ask J-Lo for a kiss. Should I do it? Should I not? And then right before we're about to leave, I'm like, hey, Jennifer, and I didn't plan out what I was going to say. I wanted it to seem natural. I didn't
Yeah.
want to have a line or
Yeah.
anything, but
You had a
here's
good
what
one?
came out of my mouth.
Okay.
I said, hey, Jennifer, sorry, before we go, you know how they say like an apple a day keeps the doctor away? I was thinking like if I just gave you like a little kiss on the cheek, that would help you out for today. So that's what I said. And then verbatim, I'll never forget this. She says, no, no thanks, I'm pretty healthy. And I said, well, see you later.
Hey, but you shot your shot with Jenny.
I did. I tried.
with Selena. Yeah, that's
I tried.
awesome.
And so yeah, I said, well, see you later. And then I haven't seen her since. We haven't texted or anything.
You're just waiting for the right time.
She's going through a divorce right now, so I thought about reaching out.
Yeah, I would. That's a great
Are you
time.
still doing healthy, or could you use a little pick me up?
Yeah.
So
You might remember me from
2011. And so it was super fun. And even before we were auditioning, like we would just be having a casual conversation, and they would just set the camera down and like set a boom mic next to us and just like record our conversations.
Really?
And so we were just like, man, they cannot get enough of us.
They love us.
And so we fly home. We feel like $1 million. Obviously, we didn't make Dollywood, but it was, it's fine. We did as much as we could. We go. It's supposed to air in January. So I mean, we're telling everyone, even though we're not supposed to. We're telling everybody, you got to watch the San Diego episode. Like, it's nuts. That's all my friends have heard about for 6 months. Is how great this was. The night before, American Idol's Facebook page posts a picture of us. It says, you're going to want to check out tomorrow night's episode. Could be a little fruity or something like that. Make sure to check it out after the Giants game. I remember that too. It was after the Giants playoff game.
Okay.
Back when the 2011 Giants were making the playoffs.
Every other year.
So, I mean, I'm having a massive watch party in college. Like 50 to 75 people in this like huge loft. It was like the biggest space of any of our friends lived in.
Oh, man.
We gather all these people. My mom was a teacher at the time, and she said they announced in the high school, like, all right, Stratford's own, Casey Cornelius, Jake Triplett, Will Lee are going to be on American Idol tonight, guys. Make sure you. Or no, I think my mom was a teacher in elementary school. They announced in the elementary school, and then my sister was still in high school, and she heard it announced there. Like all schools,
it's buzzing.
Yeah, the marquee boards on the Dollar General are switching to American Idol.
Yeah.
So that's happening. My college professors are sending out emails. Yeah. Like, now make sure we all tune in and watch, business ethics, back row member, Jake Triplett on American Idol night. Like, everyone knows about it. It's been so hyped up. And yeah, even American Idol's Facebook page.
Yeah.
And so we're so excited to watch it. First 20 minutes goes by, commercial break, nothing. Like, oh, they're probably saving us.
Yeah. Like, save the best for last.
Like in the middle, like a bell curve.
Sure.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Middle goes by. It's been an hour. Nothing. It's a 2-hour episode though, so that's fine.
No problem.
Save us the back half.
Yeah.
It's getting closer and closer. It's like 9:45.
Had they done any other funny ones? Like
no.
Okay.
So it'd been very serious the whole time.
Okay.
And then it's like, all right, it's 9:45. We have no more commercial breaks. Like, this is it.
This is it.
We're watching.
This is the home stretch.
Man, they're really saving us for the end. Oh man, okay, they're really saving it for the very end.
And then you see Nigel.
And then Nigel, executive producer Nigel. Yeah, and we just see that, and I'm just like, and it was like Tuesday where I'm just getting all these texts. All of a sudden, like, dude, what? Did I watch the wrong episode?
Yeah.
Dude, what
Did
the
I miss
heck?
it?
You told me whatever. I mean, my phone is just
gosh.
blowing up. I've told so many people about this. They
Right.
announced it at my freaking high school. Like, imagine that many people gearing up to watch something and then not even being a semblance of, like, everyone just thinks it's a fake story. No one even believes me.
You're like, yeah, good one. You got us.
Yeah.
Dressed up like Fruit of the Loom and went to American Idol prank. Like, got you. Oh my gosh.
It was devastating.
I bet.
And not, it just made me embarrassing. I just felt so embarrassed.
Well, it's one thing to like have it like indirect, like you're by yourself and you hear the news. But if you're like with a bunch of other people that were excited to support you and excited to like celebrate with you, and it keeps getting, and like it goes on, but you still have hope and hope and hope. And then all of a sudden it just gets taken from you. That would be rough, dude.
It was special. So.
Oh my gosh. Well.
So that was the first lesson I learned on, like, be careful.
Right.
You should probably overpromise and
underpromise.
Overdeliver.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
I hyped it up way too much. And once again, it was like out of my control. But I really, especially once I saw the Facebook post, I'm like, we're getting on TV.
That's odd that they would do that. Have you paid attention since then, like of how they market things and then they don't actually put it on there or anything?
We have a couple theories. Like, one is that they couldn't put us on TV because of Fruit of the Loom, like copyright stuff. And so that was their way of being,
it wasn't like okay.
We never specifically said, whatever.
Yeah.
So it's like, maybe that was their way of being like, you're on the episode, but here you are on Facebook. Like, this is the most we can do.
Well, they did so much though. Like, you guys did so much. It wasn't just like these guys are funny, let's film them real quick. It was like, let's take a bunch of time out of our day to like a bunch of resources to
which
use
they
on
probably
them.
would have known at the time if they couldn't show it.
You would think.
Fruit of the Loom.
Wow.
Our main theory is that, so like, I think it was X Factor. That show came out that same year.
Okay.
And so American Idol all of a sudden had some competition. And X Factor and The Voice, they're not putting funny people on. So we think American Idol is like, we got to step up our game. We can't be the jokey joke singing show. And so they kind of rebranded, and we just were at the wrong year, 1 year too late.
Doesn't that make you think about what's not shown on TV? Like what's missed out on? Like
I guess.
Like, I wonder
yeah.
how many other funny things are out there, or how many like things that people were like so hyped up and promised, and then
This probably has happened to a lot of people before.
sure, yeah,
Yeah.
wow, that's crazy, man. Well,
So
okay,
that's the story, and that's why my dad was nervous about our basketball game. He's
Right.
like, "This has happened to Jake a couple times. I've seen this before."
oh my gosh, that's crazy, man. Well,
Whew.
it's not gonna happen on June 3rd.
What if it does again?
If it does, we're never inviting anybody to anything.
I don't want to even play basketball anymore. I'm just have a bad taste of basketball in my mouth. Okay, phew, that was a really long story, but that has been
Story time with Jake.
epilogue from Brad Ellis.
Some fruits never get picked.
Good
Yeah.
epilogue.
All right, can I go to the bathroom real quick?
Go to the bathroom. Let's have Christian fill in for you.
Sorry, boys. Yeah, Chrissy, come. That'd be hilarious.
All right, Christian, we're gonna listen to some voice memos. All right.
Okay.
Brad, make it fast.
I won't watch it.
Put the headphones on. You're gonna want to hear. All right, which one? Let's go. Let's listen to Aubrey's. Feel good about Aubrey's?
Yeah.
All right, here we go.
What's up, Jake and Brad? This is Aubrey from Manhattan, Kansas. And I've only been listening to the podcast for a few months now, but I have some kind of random connections to you guys. First of all, my sister Alyssa is the one who got me into the podcast. She's a big ghosty, and she has been shouted out on your podcast a few times. Our sister-in-law is Liz, who you guys also know. And then Brad, I actually am good friends with Logan, who you mentioned last week that you went to Manhattan to see. And Jake, I actually met you at K West. I was working there 4 or 5 years ago, and you came to visit. And I kept hearing the hype about this Jake Triplet guy, how he's so funny and all this. And I was super confused, but now I get it. Totally get it. So yeah, love the podcast. I'm a big fan. I am actually a teacher in Junction City. I teach 6th grade math, and we do not get out until June 4th, which is just ridiculous. But my question for you guys is, what is something that you used to do as a kid in school that probably drove your teachers crazy or made their lives very difficult? Thanks, guys.
Okay, Brad, this is fun. Aubrey knows Logan, who you just saw last week,
Yep.
which is cool.
Yeah.
Do you have any thoughts? What is something that you used to do to your teachers that probably really annoyed them?
I don't know if I was a pretty good kid in school.
Back in the day, you were?
Yeah. There was one thing we all did that, like the big erasers you could get.
Oh, yeah.
Like for big mistakes or whatever. We'd all just take our pencils and then just start picking them.
Mm-hmm.
Stab your pencil in there and just start picking it. There's like piles of eraser all over the floor
Yeah.
and whatnot.
In fact, that got under
Don't know
teacher's skin.
why.
Dang, you're a
Per
really
se.
bad kid.
Yeah.
You'd pick at the eraser.
Yeah.
Huh. Did you cheat
On
on homework?
no.
Yeah, no, that sounded believable. Yeah. No, you definitely didn't cheat. Okay. Thank you, Brad.
Yeah. This has been Brad.
Good, Brad. Brad, while you were going to the bathroom, Aubrey said that she has a couple connections with both of us. She knows Logan,
Really?
who you saw on Manhattan last
Let's
week.
go.
And apparently, I now don't remember where she's at. I don't know if I met her, but she was at camp when I went back to visit and heard the folklore of me and said she didn't get it
American
at the
Idol
time,
stories,
but
yeah.
now she gets it.
Oh, really?
And her question
fun.
was, what's something we used to do back in the day to annoy our teachers?
Oh, is she a teacher? Is that what she asked us?
6th grade math in Junction. Take me down to Junction City. Teachers teach math in 6th grade.
6th grade. Yeah, Junktown.
Junktown.
I think they're really overestimating how ornery we were for. It sounds like you were a very well behaved boy. Every time I saw a teacher get mad at somebody, I was always like, I do not want to be that guy.
I don't want to feel what he's feeling.
Yeah, I think maybe towards the end of my career of school, I maybe was a little bit more of a troublemaker, but I think it was just because I was like kind of wanting to talk to people sometimes. I think that was the most annoying thing I did. Or I would be texting in class in high school.
Sometimes you got to get your talk on.
Come along, yeah. Yeah, I think it was like I was flirting with girls or something. And
Nice.
yeah. I was always, macking on the ladies. So
Got to bag your dough.
beyond that, though, I don't think I have many stories about getting in trouble or anything. Did you annoy your teachers very often?
I don't think so. I think one thing that probably annoyed my teachers once I got into high school is I would let people cheat off of me.
Oh, okay.
It's just like, they're more mad at the kid who's cheating, but I think they're also like, Jake, like, stop like letting Trevor cheat off of you. Like he needs to learn himself. I'm
Yeah.
like, but he's hilarious.
Yeah.
And we're friends. And you
Right.
know he's not going to get this. He
He's
doesn't
gonna-
know
yeah.
Algebra 2.
He's not going to need it later. I'll tell you that right
He
now.
doesn't need it later. Just let us.
He's not going to be a woodworker.
I think that was probably the most annoying thing I did. But Parker had his hand raised. Do you have something? Did you do something back in the day?
Which Junction City? Is there a state?
Oh, I think it's.
Junction City's Kansas.
I was going to say, I think it's around here.
Yeah. It's near Kansas State.
We've got a Junction City.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Junction City, Oregon. That'd be fun. I don't think it's Junction City, Oregon.
Aubrey?
You never know, though.
What if?
Did you guys do anything bad? Are you guys bad boys? You guys bad boys? Okay. I believe it. You guys seem like well-behaved guys. Except Parker, this is his last day of school is today.
Yeah.
And he's here. So a little bit of a bad boy. I think that might
Bad
annoy
boys,
some
bad
teachers.
boys.
No. I just think that's awesome. Commitment to the boys, to the Gas Boys.
Gas Boys. That is pretty cool.
Yeah.
Hey, Jake and Brad. I'm Gabrielle from Colorado Springs. I do a ton of
Yes,
driving
Gabrielle.
across Colorado as a wedding photographer, so I love listening to you
Maybe I
guys
can.
because it makes those drives so much easier. This week, however, I did something a little different. I listened to your podcast when I went to the dentist for a root canal. I thought it would make things more enjoyable, and it definitely did. But you guys brought the good vibes because I ended up not having to have a root canal and instead like some other dental work. So I'd like to thank the Father, the Son, and the Holy Ghostrunners for that one.
Nice.
However, you guys are way too funny, so I kept having to pause to collect myself. Maybe I should have listened to a more boring podcast, but that would not have been as fun. My question for you is, what is the most boring podcast you can think of? Not like an actual podcast, because that would be so rude, but like the most boring pitch for a concept or a topic. Also, shout out to my friend Alyssa, who introduced me to the pod. We haven't seen each other in 5 years, but we're in touch every day, and we love talking about the podcast. I
Oh.
challenge her to leave a voice memo. I figure this is the only way to do so, because now there's external pressure. Bye!
Nice, Gabrielle.
I think it's cool how I don't think it's because of our podcast, but that they keep up and they talk about, they have like common ground with something like that. That's cool.
What is the most boring podcast? I just typed in YouTube boring music. I'm going to play that while we pitch each other podcast ideas.
Okay. I'm going to talk like, no, that's not how I'm going to talk.
You just tell me when you start talking to me.
Okay. Jake, I have a great idea for a podcast. Listen here. Okay. It's French people. Do you speak French? Do you speak French?
No, I do not.
Okay, neither do I. French people reading the French dictionary, word for word.
Okay, let's think about it. And would this be a weekly podcast or?
I was thinking probably daily, maybe bi-daily. I was thinking probably 2-3 hours max. Okay, because I don't speak French, so I don't know how much I would learn from it. And I was thinking we could do it at half speed. Okay. Okay.
That's good. The boring music had a little too much kick
Yeah,
to
that
it.
was
a
kind
little bit.
of.
That was kind of good. Dude, was that?
It wasn't going to be, and then it started. Yeah.
Dude, there's little like seeds in this stuff that sometimes.
Oh yeah. Getcha. Do the. Yeah.
That was really good. French people reading the French dictionary. That's a pretty good boring podcast.
It would be really boring if it were like if I could understand them, and it was. But if it's like I can't even understand what they're saying, and it's just like the same, like, yeah, the same. You know, you get it. It would just be boring.
Yeah.
Some zip.
All right, I'll try to think of one. That's way too exciting music. I'll just go no music. It was a fun thought, but it's not
No.
working.
I'll do the music. I'll do the music
You
in the
do the
background. Okay.
Ooh, can I see those glasses? I'm gonna need the glasses for this. You just throw them. Thanks, dude. Oh yeah, you're a goalie. Nice toss. You just throw everything like this.
Okay. Let me think about some boring music.
Listen, Sharks, I have an idea for a podcast, right? I would love you guys to hear me out on this. What do you think about a podcast? Well, first, let me start over. The population of major U.S. cities is on the rise. What if we had a podcast where I say all of the city's populations, both in population density, people per square mile, and where they've been from 1950, 1960, and beyond. I would even be willing to make predictions. For instance, on cities like Chicago, New York City, even Kalamazoo, where their populations are going in the future.
That sounds good.
What do you think about that podcast?
I love it. I love it. I really think it's going to take off. Just the idea of like just numbers
Just
that you don't
reading
care
numbers.
about. Yeah. It went from 57,189 to a 72% increase to 99,458. Think about that for a moment.
Think about that.
Let
That's
me read
Milwaukee.
those again. Yeah, yeah. And that's Milwaukee, a city that you've never been to and never cared about. Like, that'd be pretty boring. That's a fun idea.
Yeah, good question, Gabrielle. That is kind of fun.
I like that. Yeah.
Because it kind of took me a while to think of something that boring. Because like almost anything, if it was like you could make it fun, it has to almost be like the subject matter itself has to be so boring.
Yeah.
Like you can't just talk about like flowers. Like you could find a way to make flowers fun.
That's why I think the French thing is good too. Because it's like if you don't understand, if you don't really get it, then like it's impossible to be entertaining to you. So like, yeah, if you don't really understand what he's talking about with the population stuff, sure, boring.
All right, let's do a couple more voice memos.
Jake, String Bean, Andrew here from East Lansing, Michigan, currently batting 0 for 1 on getting voice memos on the pod. I once played intramural basketball at Michigan State, and when we made the championship game, we got to play on MSU's home court, which was awesome, but we got smoked. So I won't be there this week for you guys, but I do hope Carlos has an awful night. I can't wait to hear how you guys celebrate your championship. I also, Jake, recently graduated, and I'm not going to lie, the ceremony itself was actually pretty meaningful and emotional for me.
I'm sorry.
And on the way back, I had my wife listen to Ghostrunners, so that was not bad. Last thing here, since y'all are getting together in KC, I thought we should also do regional ghosty hangouts later this year that coincide with Jake's tour dates. So anyone heading to a show in Royal Oak, Michigan, you're invited to my place. We'll do dinner and hang out. Let's make it happen. It'll be a good time. Jake and Brad, love you guys. Peace out.
Let's make it happen.
That's a fun idea.
That's a cool idea.
I'd be down to let that happen.
I would allow that. Yeah, there needs to be a place like, I was going to ask you about this anyway. Like, should we make like a Facebook group or something? Like right now, like on Patreon, like people are able to kind of talk to each other a little bit, but.
Do you feel like that's kind of Reddit? Like couldn't Reddit function as that?
Yeah, it's just a site that most people don't get on though.
That's true. I'm not familiar with Reddit very well. I go on it like probably once a week to see what people post, but.
Yeah. Because like I think Discord, maybe you guys are familiar. Discord's like a thing that's like
yeah.
The younger generation has like Discord, and that's the thing. A lot of like Twitch streamers and like certain creators, like they use Discord for their community to chat. And there's like chat rooms or different subject matters.
Okay.
But if I'm not even that familiar with it, I don't think that's probably where we should be having it. So maybe a Facebook group to like not exclusively just for Ghostrunners hangouts in Royal Oak, but for anything.
Yeah. Because do you guys have Facebook? That's the thing. Like there's always going to be a little bit of a disconnect. Would you get Facebook just to be on the Ghostrunners though? Yeah, cool.
Christian's thinking about it, but
it sounds kind of complicated. Yeah, that's not
there
a bad
could be
idea.
a use for it. Even just like, hey, does anyone know if the Ghostrunners merch runs small or big?
Yeah,
or stuff like that. I don't know.
Either way, you get it at ghostrunners.life.
Regardless, it is from the same URL.
Yeah. Okay, let's figure that out.
Andrew, I'm glad you had sorry, I just gotta say, I'm glad you had a meaningful graduation ceremony, and I'm sorry for what I said about your graduation ceremony.
Don't be sorry. It's okay.
I'm sorry for people who do get a lot out of it. Because it would be meaningful for some people.
Yeah.
Also, looks like Andrew's last name is Cheesebro. Do we think that's a stage name?
I'm going to guess it's Chesborough.
It's, yeah, you might be closer than me.
Yeah.
Chesebro. Chesebro.
B-R-O?
B-R-O. Not Burrow.
Chesebro. Oh, cool.
I like Cheesebro.
Yeah, Cheesebro's pretty cool. I'm sure he's called that a lot growing up.
What up, Cheesebro?
No, but I like the idea of like just last night, like hanging out with these guys and the other people that were in town. I don't know. It was cool. Like when they kind of connected with each other, it was like
before we got there.
Friendship. Yeah. Jake and I we weren't that late. We were like 5 minutes late, but like we get there and these people have already been talking to each other and stuff. And it was like, that's cool. Like I was in line with two different high school kids, like 15 years old. And I thought they were friends because they were like hanging out and talking a little bit. And it was like, they have this little connection, I guess. And so that's kind of cool, I guess. Like, I don't know if you guys felt that or, you just have that little connection with somebody and there's a cool community that's been formed like that. So
yeah, I'm trying to imagine. I mean, it's kind of like what a concert is in a way, or even a comedian. Like you go to a show
Or
and you have
sports.
this comedian in common, but you probably have a lot of other stuff in common too. If you like this same comedian, you're going to
True.
be able to like find plenty of other stuff to talk about.
Did you guys, I'm curious, did you guys talk about the podcast much? Like when you first got there with them, or like what'd you say to them? Do you remember?
It's mainly
Little
gas related stuff.
Oh, okay. From Eugene originally. So you talked to him about stuff. Yeah. I'm just curious, like, yeah, what do you say? You just start making inside jokes with people? I don't know.
Brad's like, did you guys talk about me? Did you talk about like
were you talking about how I was slimming down a little bit, or
like what'd you say specifically about me?
yeah, tell me, gas me up.
Anybody say anything about Catherine or?
Don't answer, guys. That's good.
All right, let's do one last voice memo. Here we go from Liz.
Hey, Brad and Jake. This is Liz from South Carolina. I recently discovered you guys, and y'all are absolutely hilarious. So thanks for the great content.
You're welcome.
I was listening to one of your older episodes, and Brad, you mentioned that you don't believe in deja vu, and that you kind of think it's BS. Absolutely hilarious. It got me thinking. A question that I really like to ask people, mostly because you get a wide range of reactions, is: do you believe in any conspiracy theories? So A, what is the conspiracy theory? And then B, like if you don't believe in any, what is your favorite one, like the craziest one you've heard, from aliens to the whole theory about birds aren't real or whatever. Would love to hear you guys break this one apart. So anyway, thanks guys. Take care.
Let's break it apart. All right, thanks, Liz.
I hadn't heard about the birds aren't real conspiracy theory until recently.
Well, it's not really a conspiracy theory. It started as like a Facebook group, as just like a fun like joke. Yeah.
I thought it was like in the 80s or 90s or something.
Oh, okay. Maybe it was.
Maybe I'm wrong. Harrison was the one that informed me about it.
Oh, okay,
because
gotcha.
he was into this clothing company called Birds Aren't Real, and he's like, I think that's a really fun name. And I was like, I don't get it. And he was telling me.
Yeah, I think it started as a Facebook group as just like a joke of just like, just like a joke. Like, guys, birds aren't real, right? You know, whatever. And then this like
the government. Harrison said the government is like government.
Every
spies.
bird is a government spy or whatever. And people bought into it as a joke, but then it became like a merch line and everything.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, maybe it has roots from an actual theory.
Yeah. Maybe
we don't know that much about it. Okay.
I kind of believe I want to believe a little bit in every single conspiracy theory, to be honest. Like every time I hear one, I'm like, I'll entertain whatever you're about to say right now.
A 15-minute YouTube video can go a long way with my brain.
Sure. I
believed in flat Earth for 5 minutes. I'm willing to admit that.
Did you?
I was like, this is pretty convincing stuff. Yeah.
Maybe.
And then minute 6, I was like, hold on.
Wait a second.
Hold on. Let's think about like
how everything works.
Yeah. Let's think about everything. And okay, got it. All right, we're back. I think conspiracy theories can be a little dangerous, especially once you start being like, what about Sandy Hook, guys? It's like, I don't know if you want to be saying that 20 families.
Yeah, I'm a little bit nervous about my answer right now, to be honest. With
yeah,
all this.
I think you don't want to touch anything like that where it's like, oh, do you want to look those families in the eye and say like, I don't believe that your daughter's gone.
Yeah,
I don't think you should be saying that. But the one that I want to believe in because it's harmless and I think kind of fun, maybe I've mentioned this on the podcast before. You guys let me know. The moon. I talked about that before. Okay. It's nice having them here.
Remind me what that
I
was?
like to believe that the moon landing was faked.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, it's fun.
Yeah.
We tricked him. We won the Cold War.
I think that's pretty awesome.
CGI in the 60s.
No, I like to believe, and I don't really know enough about it, so maybe I shouldn't like to believe this, but about the Illuminati being under the Denver airport. You heard about that? Like how the Denver airport's like this big like conspiracy thing.
The runway's in a swastika, and the paintings are sketchy, and there's barbed wire on the inside rather than the outside.
All these like weird things with Denver airport. I'll entertain that.
The whole thing with the Illuminati is so funny to me. Like, I know that the Illuminati is not real because have you ever tried to plan something with more than 5 people before? It is so hard to get people together.
This is a mess. Yeah, we can't meet up.
All right, I'll just stay at home.
Just send it in a memo. We'll be fine.
I just like humans are so imperfect and so flawed. There's no way there's a secret society controlling if the Kardashians are famous and also controlling politics and also it's all happening underneath the Denver airport.
But don't you want to believe it a little bit? Like, don't you want to, like,
just
I like
logic
just
takes
entertaining
over.
it. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm just like, it just can't. It just
Really?
can't. It just can't exist.
Yeah. I don't know. I just think all these things are interesting. I just like listening to them. I don't seek them out, but when I hear them, I'm like, oh, okay.
I do like hearing them out a little bit. Like, what are the grounds for this? Because most of them lack motive, though, which is the thing. It's like, like the whole flat Earth thing. This is a massive theory that doesn't have a ton of motive. It's like, well, if they can control the way you think about the Earth, then they can control your mind, and then who's to say when will it stop? It's like that doesn't seem like enough to go through all this
to figure out if the Earth is flat or not.
Yeah, that seems like a lot of work. But the most ridiculous one I've ever heard of, I think we've talked about on the podcast before, the one where Stevie Wonder's not blind. I think that's a fun conspiracy theory.
Yeah.
Like, what? He caught that microphone at one time. I don't know.
Like, what's the motive for that?
Yeah.
I would hate to like not be blind and pretend like I'm blind my whole life.
I mean, that's got to be the worst. Maybe he's just not a bright guy.
Maybe not. Like literally, he like wants to.
It's very
close his
dark.
eyes all the time. Yeah.
You're good at always catching things when I make accidental like puns. You catch them, which
really?
is nice. Yeah, because it's always an accident. 90% of the time.
Not a bright guy.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So
That's
thanks,
nice.
dude.
But yeah, I would love to know more about conspiracy. Send us in your favorite conspiracy series.
Send us into conspiracy. You guys.
Avengers.
Infinite Stones.
Yeah.
Okay, this is a little, no, I'm not embarrassed to admit it. I don't think we got any reviews this week, but it's also because Apple Podcasts hasn't worked for 2 weeks.
Okay.
So I feel like that's a decent reason to have our first week ever with no reviews.
I like going back to old reviews. Go to Chartable and just like look at some old reviews. Like click on a review and then it'll give you some other like options for other ones. Does that make sense what I just said?
No.
Okay. Well, I'm going to read one from...
Let me go back in time. Your plan has limited history. Upgrade to see more. Did you upgrade?
Oh yeah. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh, it's so worth it.
Oh yeah, the jib. I'll just read one from some random person that I've never heard of before called Heather Lee A. Just kidding. Heather Lee is the best.
She's songwriter.
Awesome. The page you're looking for doesn't exist. Okay, I'm going to read all the things I can see on it. It says from 10/18 of 2019, this podcast is thebomb.com. I'm not entirely sure why I spend so much of my limited free time laughing at these two, but I keep coming back for more. Brad and Jake supply everything you want, but never ask for. Cold opens from the office, lots of poultry talks, impromptu song covers, plugs for ... And then I say read full review, and it doesn't exist. So thank you, Heather Lee, for that half of a review.
Okay. I went to that brief clip of Brad you heard was me going to our YouTube channel to try and find a YouTube comment that I like. I'm seeing a lot of comments of people like, man, I would have come if it wasn't this week. So I'm just going to call them out. Michaela Carpenter said, so I'm just going to say that I really, really enjoy you two and I'm proud of you, but I'm not going to go on a 10.5-hour road trip to sit in a gym and watch you run up and down a court, even though I would love to. What about next week,
What
Michaela?
about next week?
What
It's
about
different.
What about June 3rd?
Did you see my comment one time? Somebody was like, it's like 23 hours from Canada to make it to your game this week. And I said, well, how many hours is it next week? Because that's what our game is. Like, maybe it changes. You know, I don't know the Canadian traffic.
Micah says, I feel this is not fair. I have a wedding to go to and I'm unable to make it May 27th. Jake, for the love of all things ghosty, please share the secrets on the live studio audience recording. I don't think he has a wedding June 3rd. I'd be surprised, so. Micah.
I'd be surprised too. It is wedding season, but.
And yeah, other people. Nina said, I'm going to be so sad on Thursday because I won't be at the game.
Well, Nina, which Thursday are you talking about? June 3rd? Because that's when the game is now at 8:30 or 9:30 at Hyvee Arena.
And I like that Anne Marie just said, go Cats.
Cats, man.
Okay. That's great. Thank you guys for the comments, reviews, yada, yada. Brad, would you like to end this episode with a jingle?
Yeah, I was wondering if the Gas Boys could help me out. You guys want to sing with me?
Can you guys sing?
Perfect. That's even better. Jake
right.
can't sing either, and we sing all the time.
Oh, that's loud.
The Gas Boys.
The Gas Boys, baby. Oh, thank you, boys.
Yeah, sure.
Sorry, yeah, they can't hear the music.
Apart from the lyrics.
You guys did great. You guys did great, man. Oh, yeah.
Hot dog.
Hot diggity dog.
That was a good time. All right. Well, this has been episode 108.
108.
Hopefully next week we will have completed a basketball game with dozens of ghosties in attendance.
Yep.
And our family and our friends.
Oh, I have a thought. If you are planning to come on Friday to the live, whatever we're calling it, the recording that we're doing with people there.
Live studio audience.
We have at Reactor Studios where we're doing this thing, and everything in their entire studio is orange. If you want to bring something orange to contribute, they have a massive wall of orange stuff. So if you want to contribute to their decorations, their decor, bring something orange to contribute. It'd be kind of fun.
And maybe bring a question with your brain.
Yes.
To ask Jacob Brad, live voice memos.
We're going to try to be as interactive as possible next week with everything. So it's going to be really fun.
Cool. We will see you guys this Thursday. And if not, next Monday morning.
Love you guys. You guys are awesome.
Bye-bye.
Ghostrunners podcast. Every